What up, you guys? Miris here with a 2 versus 2 Deities of Death tournament gameplay. On the bottom here we have Darthnox playing Kronos. On the other side we have Defiance playing Zeus. And on the other side we have SJO playing Odin and Cragghack playing Poseidon. I'm gonna go for a real map. And let's see how it continues. This is Morse, so a bit of a mixed map. It can be very defensive, as you can see here, or it can be rather open, as you can see here. In this case, if you were to choke off this point, it would be very nice to hold for Darthnox. Then again, he would be giving up his 4 town center. So in any case, we see again a bit of aggressive gods all over the map. Although Zeus not that much. Although Hoplites, Athena, Rush can be very strong. And on the other side, I would say a bit of more balanced god pick. Can do very well in raiding. Very nice mid game. Not as aggressive, I would say. So the ceasefire can be very big in dealing with the other stuff. So let's take a look. Over here, the most basic Odin stuff you can see. Other side, I think also pretty basic Poseidon build order. I really should know this, but I don't know if this is the spectacular Kronos opening. I don't think so. But I don't think so, because then you don't make a house. You make your house after you're aging up. So let's take a quick look at the relics then, because there's quite a few. Tales of Cerberus, decent for some myth units. This one is nice, especially when you're playing against a bunch of raiding civilizations. This one is okay, not that good. This one is not that impactful. This one is nice. Wolf Artemis is very strong. This one is also very strong for both Odin, Poseidon. Not so much for or even for Kronos. This one is decent. And not that impactful. Osberg Wagon, I don't think the game will last that long. If it does, it's very strong. This one is okay. And I really like this one, especially as Norse. If you go like for Seti and have like the Hall of Thanes Hersir, this one is so nice. So, let's see. I see Hermes coming up for the Poseidon player here. Freya coming up for our Odin player. We see Prometheus for our Kronos player. And we see Athena for our Zeus player. Yeah, I found the game's Godschalk, thank you. In any case, pretty standard stuff. Let's take a quick look if we see like early second town centers. Nope, just the stable. Athena's probably already out there. Over here I only see 4 on wood, so that wouldn't indicate an early second town center either. Over here he did have a lot of wood, so I'm not sure what's happening over here. Hercules being trained. Interesting that he decides to send the Centaur over to the Kronos player. I think he just doesn't want it to get bolted. Makes sense. It can still get bolted, but still. I think he used Great Hunt on these orcs here. Makes a lot of sense. Bunch of food. He's going for a double Great Hall, so I expect a bunch of raiding cavalry. So we are, cavalry is the name of the game for team Cragghack and SGO. And let's see how the other team will respond to that. I do see Prometheans. He did make a counter barracks. Although it's very annoying that he has to deal with both the Valkyrie and the Centaur. So that's really and now there's Theseus and Athena coming in, so definitely a lot of pressure being put on the Kronos player at the start. Very different from our previous game. Well, the scout was taken out, so that's a good start. On the side we do see villagers, so a second town center is the plan for Defiance there. That will make it, well, it will delay any help you can give to Darthnox over here, so we will have to just deal with these myth units for the time being. Though it's a good thing he has Valor, so he can both heal the citizens that are being targeted and make them heroes. Still very annoying. He did get the tower upgrade though, so that's good for him. And I think as long as he makes hero catapulties, there shouldn't be that much he can do to deal with them. I'm not sure if I agree with this Valor when he has these citizens over here. So now this raid is coming over here. Won't be able to stop this town center. Might pick up a few villagers though. Remind me to enable this mouse to drag functionality when we're not in game or not casting, because that makes it a lot easier to do this smooth scrolling. In any case, raid going on over here. Did pick up a few villagers, but also lost a few hippies. Overall, more or less equal amount of citizens, or villagers I should say. I wonder how Darthnox will continue. Did he just pre-queue Secrets of the Titans? How do you even do that in the classical age? Well, I suppose we now know what his plan is. Go straight to a Titan and then win the game, I suppose. Yeah, otherwise I think a second town center. Yeah, big raid over here. I do like how they are both raiding the same opponent, because that will basically forces your allies to respond. Because there's not that much you can do against that many units in your base. Although he is upgrading towers. He does have 2 idle town centers though, so far I think the aggressiveness of this team paid off. Let's take a quick look at SGO over here. Oh, this button doesn't work. That's too bad. I was wondering if he's aging up, although he has a bunch of idle villagers here. Probably too busy microing. Look at the upgrades. Nicely with the armory upgrades, no thundering hooves though. No upgrades for the hippies. Second town center for Darthnox. So these raids are nice and all, but ultimately they're still equal on villagers. So I think the other team will have to start thinking about either a push or getting some town centers up themselves. Otherwise they're going to have a hard time as the game progresses. Berserk's coming in. That's a bit odd. Oh, he will take this town center, I think. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. He's also researching Hamas. Against what though? Against the hoplites? Maybe against the catapulties. So second town center for SGO. We'll probably see a second town center for Cragghack as well. Oh no, he's aging up to Aphrodite. So third age for him. Let's take a quick look at Darthnox. Still waiting for the sequence of the Titans. He is now transitioning to farms. I'm not sure if I like that, but I can imagine he doesn't want to risk running out to these deer. Even though he is a Lancean and he can just time shift a few manors over there to protect this. You don't have to move out with all, just a few would do. I do like these walls though, just wall everything, also your ally side. That should help him a lot. This is a bit of over... Other SEOs very clever player, luring the army away with this Raven like that, or Darthnox. I wonder if they'll do that when you A-move them next to a Raven. In any case, Cragghack now heroic. Pre-queued heavy infantry, so it doesn't appear he wants to start. Yeah, he's full onto infantry, no longer making cavalry. And he's making hyperspist. I wonder, yeah, it makes sense against hoplites, I suppose, but still, they are rather expensive in terms of food. On the other side, we do see SEO managed to break through the wall and is now trying to put some pressure. That will be hard though, unless he managed to get a raid up here, but still. So a big fight over here. Hard to tell who will win. Darthnox is running away, so I suppose SEO is winning. Or he just doesn't want to take this fight. Now, Defiance is also going up to Apollo. Also getting a bunch of upgrades. Sarissa's so incredibly strong. Although, against Hyperspist, probably not so much. I do like the defensive placement of this barracks though, makes it harder to push in, but he's being doubled now. And I do like how SGO was pushing in here first, making Darthnox play defensive on his own base, and they're now doubling on this side. Very clever team play from their team. Curse now being thrown down. It is an offensive curse, so these pigs likely won't go back home with him, but yeah, they took down this town center and these villagers, so... And these are just too late. And even if they're here, they're throwing S-men and there's Nemean lines and whatnot to deal with them. And Hyperspist, so all these units counter these catapults so incredibly hard. This might have well been... Look at them, they're just melting away. Yeah, they're done for. He did get Alluvial Clay for his Prometheans, but they're just... Yeah, there are heroes here. They're over there, so... Not the best fight. And now he made Kyra Ballista. Also not the best. You'd rather avoid making them, but I can imagine you do it when you're up against that many infantry, especially all these Hamask berserks over there. So yeah, I think Manticores is the name of the game right now if you want to hold this position, otherwise you'll be in a very difficult spot. A bunch of units being queued for SEO, plus a bunch of eco upgrades, and I hear farms coming down. Oh yeah, he's farming on his second town center. Makes sense, just put them on wood, although I would not have minded if he started hunting here as well. And Defiance calls it. Rather early, but I can imagine he has no infrastructure. He already lost all his barracks over here, and his ally does not have the largest of armies, so GG for him. What up you guys, Miris here with another DoD 2 vs 2 tournament game. Here we have DoD Stoochio playing Odin and his ally .Lizard playing Loki. And on the other side we have Skirnir playing Uranus and GoldenRoyal playing Freyr. So curious to see what we'll see here. Again, heavy Norse play. A bit more aggressive from Stoochio and Lizard, but we'll see.
This is Blue Lagoon, no?
Let's check. I can't see, but let's reveal the map. and take an educated guess? I think so, yes. So,
Yes.
very different map packs. We've seen March, Oasis, Blue Lagoon. I wonder which one was the first. A bit of more open map.
I think the first was on Marsh, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm not sure. In any case, let's take a quick look at GoldenRoyal's build order here, because I'm always very curious of Norse build orders. I don't see any eco upgrades, so that's a big pity. You should watch my YouTube video on Freyr.
Especially as a Freyr, I think that's the only advantage that you have that you can do in the early is try to get that eco as fast as possible.
Yeah, definitely. I think that especially pickaxe, because dwarves already have such a high base gathering rate to begin with. Getting a pickaxe early is so strong.
That's an interesting topic to discuss. I think I actually would say it's the reverse.
I know that. Oh, sorry, yeah.
I would say pickaxe is the best to do research early, even before hand axe, because of the extra rate that dwarves already have. It compounds with the extra economic upgrade that you do. And technically, if you look for it from a resource perspective, I'm not saying they're all useful resources, right? If you have 1,000 food but nothing else, then it's not a useful resource to have food. But in this game, gold is the most important resource, and since you can trade very early on with an early market now in Classic compared to older age games, it might not be bad to have an abundance of gold.
Yeah, no, I think we're agreeing. I also think pickaxe is like super good because dwarves have such a high gathering rate. Because it compounds. I think Divine made a post on how it's so strong because if you get all 3 upgrades, then it's just so much faster than any other gold gathering source. So let's see, Freya coming in for GoldenRoyal, Oceanus for Skirnir. Also already placed the Sky Passage. I like that. Over here we see Heimdall coming in for Stoochio. I would love to see that one. Although would have thought they would pick Watering Hole if they're going to do for a heavy. And also no, Forseti coming in for Lizard here.
Oh, that's too bad.
Would have
I'd
double
love to
Heimdall.
see a double. Yeah, exactly. The double Heimdall early undermine, full Hersid on one guy. I think that would have been an amazing play here.
Yes, definitely. Quick look at the nice relic there, Dwarven Horseshoe for Lizard. Although maybe better for Stoochio there. I wonder if he'll give it to him. No, I don't think so. So semi-forward armory. That's interesting. So he first made a temple rather forward, and then he's making an armory. I wonder what the thought process behind that is. Is he perhaps going straight for heroic? On the other side, we see more default gameplay. I like this Sky Passage near the hunt. And a Great Hall coming up. Quick look at the eco upgrade, still none. Over here we see a bunch of production facilities also being put up. Well, let's see what Stoochio's up to. Ramses coming up for Lizard. So far rather slow start for everybody.
I would have already expected more aggression. I'm getting. I think it is best out of one, so I think people are a bit like held back by the fact that they don't want to throw a lead early or make a decisive action.
Yeah. Okay, we do see eco guild, but no eco upgrades just yet. Let me check. Oh yeah, pickaxe is on the way.
And is the correct unit composition here for Loki to go raiding cavalry and Hersir?
Probably, I think
Assuming
I'm not that familiar with the Loki versus Atlantean matchup, but I think it depends. If you see double counter barracks, then you can go full Herser, and otherwise not. Oh, I'm not sure.
in my opinion, like there is Loki should only make Hersir. As Loki, I'm saying, and maybe as
Yeah.
other Norse, it could be a bit more defined. But Atlantean, really, in my opinion, they have no counter whatsoever to infantry, not even in any stage of the game. Yes, they have Arcus, which are amazing units, don't get me wrong, but they're not a real hard counter like X5, X6 multipliers versus infantry. And if there's one myth unit spawn and he's not microing, they take all the focus fire from the Archai, and then yeah, the Hersir can still win. So just going pure Hersir, in my opinion, is a super valid strategy.
Yeah, I suppose there are fanatics, but those are hard to mass, and Kyralists are just bad in anything but defense.
Correct.
Yeah. Any case, we see now. Oh, he did go faster rock. I missed it, but there we go. We see Undermine being used.
Okay, the full town center, full send it. Okay,
oh,
Undermine there as well.
Defending. All the walking woods also on the town center.
Golden Bursty is powerful though. Okay, he will get it. No, there is no way that they can stop this.
Still, what is the end goal though? Skirnir is not even going heroic. Maybe they thought he would.
Is he keeping the TC? No, is Golden Bursty that powerful?
It's crazy to see this. All those god powers being used at once. He did get the town center though, but I don't think he got any villagers because now they're behind quite a few. And
that is big. That is big.
Yeah, true. He is being housed right now, so
Lizard will. Sorry, Stoochio will not have anything at this point in time, but I think it's the chaos that he just wants. You know, I'm not talking about the god power, obviously, but like the actual like just straight mayhem in everyone's town, so that they're not taking an eye on what Stoochio is really doing. He can even, I think maybe I'm not sure if he's going to do it, but he technically could even go fast mythic.
Yes. He can use Ragnarok on his 20 villagers.
What even if he timed it perfectly, the moment, because I assume Skirnir is going to rebuild his TC ASAP. If he gets Fimble up at the same time when exactly the TC is back up again, then he needs to again like bell and make sure all his villagers are safe, which gives him another minute of just free eco. Whereas like Skirnir is not producing villagers, is not having any eco. That would be good though.
This appears Stoochio is following up with Berserks though. Would have liked to see the Hamask upgrade. He did get this super nice relic that makes them train 25% faster.
And they're already super
Kries,
fast.
can you help with the brackets? Because 2 games have done. I go to tourneys.
Yep.
See you later. So let's see how this continues. Skirnir is now rebuilding his town center. Quick look at the eco upgrades then. Decent upgrades there for our Loki player. Shitty upgrades considering GoldenRoyal is playing Freyr. He did get no medium cavalry either. No medium infantry. You really should get more attacks. Decent upgrades for Skirnir as well. And no eco upgrades for Stoochio. So I wonder what their plan was to continue with this, because this was done nicely. I like it because I think it was double. No, it was not double Undermine. Lizard went for Seti. Otherwise, it would have been glorious. I think they tried to end the game at that point, but now he just rebuilt and make some units, and you know, Lizard is having a hard time dealing with GoldenRoyal's army here. Although he is also raiding. And if he catches this, that would be very big. So yeah, he's evacuating his villagers. And on the other side, doing a bunch of damage. They're now almost equal in terms of villagers. And he's also not responding. Oh, Lizard is also now in the heroic age. So there's flaming weapons that can be used. So I think they're still very much on a good trajectory. Medium infantry now for Stoochio. Again, a very big raid from Lizard here. Well played. Although this dwarf was spied, so I think he just knew. And yeah, there's not much GoldenRoyal can do on the other side to punish it. Yeah, he can do some raids himself, but his army is so slow with these throwing axemen mixed in.
But I must say, I think Skirnir did a good job of holding on, though.
Yes,
after
definitely.
that God Power Mayhem Fiesta there.
Yeah, I was just mentioning how much of a pity it was that they didn't both go Heimdall, so they had double undermine.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's researching Hamas. Love to see it. And on the other side, yeah, I mean, Lizard is doing a better job of hurting the opponent than other way around.
Yeah, Lizard has this very defensive like build structure, right? He has the cliffs, his wall, etc. And then I think GoldenRoyal's kind of open, and he has his full army, but he's not really using it to damage anything. Maybe
No.
yeah, harass a few buildings, but no villagers being caught, no giant raids. I think at this point in time, it might even be worth if Golden would have just like go to Stoochio instead of Lizard and try to get his eco down a bit.
Yeah, definitely. I think he should have just split his raiding cavalry from the rest of his army and try to raid more, because now his army was just too slow to maneuver around. He did push him from this gold mine, but Lizard did a very good job of just moving the villagers back precautionally. And I would not have minded to see Lizard just going all in the flaming weapons push on this town center. But I don't think they need it. Meanwhile, the Freyr player is upgrading, aging up through A gear. So Tempest coming in, that's nice to cast on top of your enemy flaming weapons.
I think probably after flaming weapons, the best heroic god power in existence. Tempest?
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I'm not sure. It looks like it does almost no damage, but I think it does more than it appears.
I think the action speed of units, because they get chilled and they actually have less action speed, which means not only movement speed but also attack speed getting nerfed.
Yeah.
That is one, and if you just stand in there and you box people in with it, they get frozen. It's basically just like a frost giant doing his special. So you're completely helpless against it. Now I must say, I think flaming weapons is still better. There's a lot of fighting going on here. The taunt of the stone golem was really nice there.
Yeah, these are so strong, with the exception of Egyptians, because with the divine damage from Kries, they just ignore all this armor.
Yeah.
Probably the one instance where mountain giants are better.
Yeah, because it's just EHP then at that point in time, and since it doesn't really matter with armor and for hack and pierce, more HP is just better.
I do like how Lizard is very much dancing around his opponent while doing massive raids on the back of it. And now also with flaming weapons. Tempest also being used.
But it's those Hersier that are the key. He got them onto the stone golems though. Like I'm not sure he's trying to get the Hersier down ASAP. So I think that's good. That's some good micro from Royal at least.
Yes, I think he got them down very nicely, and now Stoochio is helping him out. But it's very. I feel
I think one of the key things that we need to take into account here is I'm not seeing. I know Golden is using his stone giants as siege weapons in this case to do the hill fort, but in some of these instances, especially in Norse Wars, you need to just find a target for the throwing axeman. I would have walked like, if I had the hands, of course, I would have walked like one stone giant to the back so that the throwing axeman would be focusing the stone giant.
Yeah. Although
Normally it's done with Valks, but of course in this case, because it's just a building on building fight, I think the stone giants would have helped a lot there to save some resources on lost units.
he did upgrade them now, so they're healing by eating these buildings. What can be said though is that this push did not accomplish that much other than destroy the hill fort and make the villagers move backwards. We do see some nice raids now by Skirnir on the back, on the economic heart of the other players. So they're still
That's
in
a
this
lot
game,
of
even though
villagers
they're,
though.
5,000 score behind. I think they're still doing very well. Although this push appears to be dealt with.
I think GoldenRoyal is really getting a bit hard screwed by the fact that he's just not putting up walls.
Yes.
He's really getting like such an economical disadvantage due to the raids from Lizard, who is constantly not trying to fight at all and just making sure he has the appropriate amount of army to defend the push.
Yeah, definitely.
But then doing so much damage with the raids.
Yeah, these raids did so much damage. Incredibly. And I think in it he just needed a few walls just to escape through. But it's nice that they managed to finally get some raids on going themselves.
Skirnir is doing really a banger job here, really going into the gritty of it, just running around in their base. Now the problem is, if you do it with Terma, that's really nice if you're 4 minutes into the game, but that 17 minutes, I don't think they kill villagers fast enough to really have the benefit though.
No, true. Second walking woods being used, you don't see that too often.
I just was gonna say it as well.
So guys, Iron Maiden is going to cast Jarl versus Lizard, alright?
Okay.
Record game, so you guys don't do that one.
Sorry?
Good?
He's
So
gonna
Iron Maiden is going to cast SpOefT versus Stoochio.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and then after
then we
that
can do
probably SpOefT versus is going to follow SpOefT, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
We'll do Jolly after then, Miras, that's fine.
I think Maiden was just casting Jolly, not right? Oh,
Yeah, but it didn't work. Spectator
okay.
bug, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the second game, not the first game.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We'll do that one then afterwards.
I think Stoochio was trying to get the Walking Wood just to have like some front line there because his cavalry weren't near. But now it doesn't seem to work that well. Skirnir is really holding on, and he's killing all of his units in his base as well with villagers with the same Turma.
He's playing tower defense game with this carnivorous right here.
Yes, exactly. Now, if it works, right? So,
yeah. I do like how these Atlantean god powers are still somewhat spammable.
I think they had a much bigger advantage in previous games than here, because now all god powers are technically reusable.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, GoldenRoyal's push has completely backfired. I think Lizard will destroy him very soon. He has a bunch of idle villagers in his base. He cannot get any gold, I think.
Strange that he's still amassing trolls though at this point in time from Lizard. He's actually making trolls.
I think he was floating wood.
Yeah, exactly. That's gonna be, if you look down, the Hersey raid is going to completely rape Skirnir.
I think he escaped through the sky passage, but still, yeah, they're all over here. He can't get any gold. I think Lizard MVP. So somewhere we see a Nidhogg over here. Did he get up? No, he did not get Thuria's rune. I do like this though. I also try to do this. Just make a longhouse next to every gold mine.
Yeah.
So GG from GoldenRoyal, and I think we see GG from the other side as well. Yeah, well played, well played. Push did not end the game, but it did put them in a commanding advantage, and I think really the raids from Lizard is what gave them the win in the end. What up, you guys? Mir is here with another Dice of Death 2 versus 2 tournament game. Here we have Jollyman playing Ra, and Zoekt, DoD Zoekt I should say, playing Thor. And on the other side we have .SEO playing Odin and DoD Cragghack playing Zeus. Any thoughts on the gods to be used?
Ooh. It's I am already completely baffled as to the fact that Jollyman is playing or has the ability to play Ra. I think that really lacks some research done by the other team, because Ra is by default Jolly's main. He's even been posting video tutorials on it.
Yes.
So I would find that extremely strange that you would not ban Ra, unless you're even more afraid of Zookt's Gaia, which again is an issue because he's also a extremely Gaia one trick ever since already AOT on Woobly.
Yeah.
I guess it's choosing between two evils.
Yeah, I can imagine they might have banned Jollyman's Loki because he's also a very strong Loki player. But yeah, Gaia's also in the works.
Zookt and Jolly, in my opinion, it can be two defensive gods. Thor is never, I guess, especially in team games, like Thor would probably either go for a second TC or wall himself in and do some raiding. I don't think there's anything else that you can do, because you're always going to be on the back foot due to you want that early eco enhancement with the dwarves and the armory ups.
Yeah,
So you cannot get resources anywhere or do something crazy like a 350 advance and start rushing. That would be strange. That's not using the best of your god's extra abilities. Now for SEO and then Crag, I'm not sure what I would do here. I guess they're both like harass/raiding gods. I don't think booming here would be the best. You would lose anyway. There is no way you can lose it. You can win versus Thor in booming, neither versus Ra. So either you would double raid someone very heavily, or you would do an extreme rush with just max hoplites and berserks and throwing X-Men. And I think that's what I would have done. I'm not sure what they will do, but there is not that many options for a Zeus Odin setup here, I would say.
No, definitely. Unless they have a special strategy planned.
Which I'm hoping. I'm always on the lookout for special strategies.
Let's see. Zoekt did manage to get his tempo out at 3 minutes, so he'll be doing a 4 minute and 30 advance. That's decent. A bit slow, but in team games I think you can get away with it.
Yeah.
Don't like this super remote gathering though. This villager is making a world trip.
This villager.
Yeah, that's so. I hate it when it happens.
No one ever told him where to drop off resources, and now he's just like, where do I go, guys?
I'm going on an adventure. So interesting, Zoekt went for Freya and then cancelled and went for Fosetti. Jollyman is aging up to Ta. Athena for our Zeus player here, Cragghack. And Freya for our Odin player, SGO. I mean, I like Fosetti as well as Thor. You get the extra army upgrade. And maybe they're fearing centaurs. I'm not too sure.
I think the Fosetti angle is, I would say, pretty common these days, especially because there's little to be expected if they don't have a special strategy. Again, I would hope that Crag and SEO would have something planned in form of any aggression. I do think Thor is susceptible to an all-out push with hoplites and the Norse doubling him.
I like how
But
Jollyman is doing scouting for Zoekt, considering Thor has such a poor scouting ability.
exactly.
That's why I like teaming up with Atlantean players. The Oracles are not doing anything anyways. So
And you
interesting
want to keep them safe, right? Like because they are the favorite generation method that you have as Atlanteans, so you want to keep them like close to you somewhere in the back.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting to see classical warfare from Jollyman. No two town center shenanigans, just going straight for the spearman. On the other side we see double Great Hall from the Odin player, nothing out of the ordinary there.
They are kind of, I think they're kind of doing, I'm already seeing early aggression from Crag though. He's really going that hop, like he really sent his Minotaur and early hero to just immediately harass the base.
Still though, if you're really going for the aggression, I would have liked to see Undermine rather than Forest Fire. Although Forest Fire here could actually do a decent amount of damage on these two longhouses.
You don't have that many wood. Like there's not that much wood. I think if they can get a big enough army, especially with a very powerful Greek classic composition, if you burn one forest and just stand at the next one, it's gonna be very hard for Zoekt to grab any wood though.
Yeah, and especially with Greeks, you can also just place your Toxotos outside of the wood and just shoot over.
Exactly. They are doing the double though, so at least I think they're kind of using some strategy. I would have liked if it was with Berserks instead of RC, because they're at least super mobile with Odin as well, and you can build and do some shenanigans there. But I guess the Raiders are the safe option.
But they've managed to hold with a few spearmen and budgets. Would have liked to see a double here, but there are no hairs on site. Because if you pick them up now, that's such a big loss for them, and now we could just park them inside the space and they can do very well. Jollyman does have a few idle villagers though. They all want to gather this one zebra. Once again, rather forward gathering from Cragghack. So I'm not sure what to think of this. I suppose they didn't scout this side yet, but these are at risk. And now I see a bit of back and forth. And Jollyman is getting a second town center on the back of this, so I think they're now in a position where if the game goes on long enough, they'll just win. But we'll see. Zoekt on the other end is getting a bunch of eco upgrades and his 5th free dwarf.
I still think they didn't do enough damage to Zoekt yet though. They should really hard commit on something. I also, again, I see this was also the style with the old Count One Count, whereas Thor you basically just make a ton of Herser and not much else because you're in a defense position anyway, and then you cannot get blasted by any myth unit. And Herser do basically decent trade against everything that a Greek can do in Classic anyway because they don't have access to the Hippospis.
Yes. Yeah, and also strange that he went for Hippias and Hoplites. I mean, Toxotos would do very well, I think.
Yeah.
In the worst case, Jollyman will have to add slingers to his composition. Forest Fire doing not much, as usual. Maybe he can lure these berserks next to them. But no.
I don't think it's gonna do anything right now. It was a bit of a... I think he just wanted to get his raiders out. Make sure he doesn't get caught by all of the Wadjet crossfire there.
Yeah, I find that's my most common use case as well. Just use it to as a escape button. Yeah, Cragghack being caught off guard here.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, he's not microing his units separately, so they're all super slow, aka the lowest speed of the unit in the composition.
Yeah,
are they going to fight this? Because they're not going to win this though.
Okay. They traded the restoration for
restoration is coming. That's good. Okay, Jolly's out. He said, "I'm not gonna do it." And Zoekt left to fend off on his own. A bit of a scumbag move there.
Yeah. I think he tried to grab them all, but oh well. So yeah, back and forth, back and forth. No one is aging up yet. Although rain is being cast, so I think Heroic will be coming from Jollyman soon. He does have a very nice backward gold mine though. It's protected with walls on both sides. He does have quite a bit of hunt as well, so I think Zoekt should just go there for safe hunting as well. Bragi now being queued up for Zoekt. And Jollyman is aging up through Sobek. So probably will go for the Sobek dark water camels.
Yeah, I think Jolly has played a lot of Egyptian, so he definitely knows the power of those Sobek camels going in. It really seems like they just cannot do enough damage to Zoekt to make it anything. If you see like Zoekt still doing great on eco, he's still the top scorer. Like,
yeah, definitely. He managed to hold this well, and he's now getting the troll spam going. So as long as he doesn't get caught off guard by a double, then he should be doing fine. And now these villagers are being caught. I thought they were moving in here to grab this town center, but no. And now
that's what I would have thought, that Crag should be getting that second TC, be it forward or not.
And you can already see it's there are 21 villagers behind, so this will be very difficult from this point now that they're both in a heroic age. Although I did miss that SEO is also in heroic age, and he did go for Njord. Interesting to see so much Njord in this game. But yeah, flaming weapons will easily deal with this double army and with the walking woods, so a bit of a waste. I think I would have preferred to see Skadi here, but I think they thought they could push with walking woods and a double.
I don't think at any point walking woods was a good idea.
Maybe he just wanted the raiding of the Vikings upgrade, so he has some passive income from raids.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. But no, like I'm just not seeing it. Like, I think Skadi also has very good upgrades, right? You have the Huntress Axe for throwing axemen. You have the farm upgrade.
Yeah, Winter Harvest is a S tier upgrade. Yeah, double mid coming up for Jollyman, so he is in a very nice position here.
I also found that Betsobeks are really strong, especially against Norse. Now that they, well, at least now that they have the Cody, at least they can actually play versus it. But still, like, because it has so much range, I think it's like 24 range if you upgrade them.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Like, there's no unit that can actually just walk and attack them except the chariot.
That's a strong locust. Oh damn. They just moved right along with the enemy units.
Yep.
Yeah, Petsobek are kinda strong. He also managed to not... I think he lost one budget to Bolt, and that's it. And now it's just pumping camels from 2 Migdals. Heavy camels. No Dark Waters yet, though, but... They're almost double of the villagers. I hear a market being placed, so I think he's also prepping a trade route.
Yeah, and I think from then, if Ra gets really going into the late with full trade and full upgrades, it's extremely difficult. Then, especially for a Norse player, maybe a Greek player would have been more on par. But
I do like how he's mixing in. Oh, Mr. Vilkils. No, they're over here, Jollyman. A bunch of dead villagers. Very nice raid. In any case, a bit of a weird engagement here. He did got those budgets off guard. That was the second mine. Oh yeah. So yeah, GG from Cragghack and GG for SGO. Once again, decent start, but the defender's advantage pushed through. What up, you guys? Miras here with another DoD 2 versus 2 tournament game. On the left we have Joe playing Poseidon and his teammate Joey. Yes, they're not the same people, they're 2 different persons, Joey and Joe. I know Joey gets expert attacked in certain discords because people think he's Joe, but he's not, it's a different person. Joey playing Seth. On the other side we have Apple playing Ra and GrandMonster playing Loki. So very interesting. The map appears to be Oasis. Yes, it is. So let's see how this continues.
joining you, Miras, for casting games.
Okay, excellent.
So what do you think about this matchup? Joey and Joey and Joey versus GM and Apple, who are probably the most dominant team players on the ladder right now.
Yes. I was just explaining Twitch chat that Joey and Joe are 2 different persons and they're not the same. I'm at 1 minute and 15 seconds. So maybe I'm not sure what point you are at the recorded game.
I'm actually just watching your stream with the sound off, Mira, so that's gonna be easier for you than you can yourself manage the screen.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, let's see. We have Ra and Loki versus. Let me reveal the map. Versus Seth and Poseidon. What does that tell you?
I think from Joey, it's a very aggressive matchup. I know Seth can play super aggressively as well, and Poseidon is by default an aggressive god. I think late game other Greek gods would be better than Poseidon anyway. So I thinking they're gonna go for an early aggression. And I know GrandMonster and Apple, they have a lot of tricks up their sleeve. I know they can both be booming and playing, so I have no idea what they will do with this god combination, as Ra Loki is something that you don't really see that much. I think if they both go walls into just massing army and just walking around the map, I mean, Ra has a lot of versatility with increased camels and chariot archers, and Loki can just spam Hertheus and run around and wait for some good picks with myth unit spawn. So
yeah, definitely. I think Ra Loki is very versatile in terms of what they can do. I think Ra, you can also just go straight to the rock, drop a Migdal, and just pump out camels and start raiding all over the place. But you can also boom with 2 town centers, 3 town centers. And it is a 1 forest oasis, so I wonder if it will turn out into a double 1v1 or they'll all fight on one side.
I much like this kind of oasis map, by the way, because in most games you have that double forest oasis, or even more than that,
yeah. And
then it's kind of tedious, like where to wall exactly and when to wall, because there's so many openings. But in here you kind of need to you can make strategic decisions, like you can just wall off your side and say, well, screw it, I'm not gonna play for that side of the map, and I'll just double with my partner, especially because they have some tools, right? Ra technically could also go Citadel.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, exactly. So it's hard to say. Let's just take a quick look at. We see Ptah coming from Apple. We see Forsetti for GrandMonster, Hermes for Joe, and Ptah for Joey. So far nothing out of the ordinary.
I think it's very safe.
Yeah, I think all these players are rather good, so no weird strategies needed to succeed, right? So great help coming up.
Honestly, I already had hoped for something different. I had hoped that a GrandMonster would be showing us his Heimdall Richtula build. To be honest.
Oh right, yeah, that would not be a bad scenario. I do like this wall though. This will prevent any cheeky raids from coming in, and Apple going straight for the second town center. So far a rather standard play. We do see some animals going forward. We do see nothing from Joe. I wonder what he's doing. Now he's making a stable. Oh, he did get the relic. That's very nice. These two lions can do so much. And the centaur is over there. So
extra units gathered by relics in Retold are really strong. You know, like the monkey relic is super strong, the lion relic is strong. I think just extra units created by relics are just strong in general in this game.
Yes. Very much so. Joe managed to pick up a villager and a priest so far, and he's being very annoying with the centaur. And on the other side we see the Hersier dealing with the budget and the animals. Although I still need to adjust that animals are much better against Hersier than they were in the Titans, because then they were myth units, and now they are no longer myth units. Anyways, the aggression has been dealt with, I think, on both sides. So I wonder how they will now respond.
Something that I see a lot, especially with like slow eggy myth units with the Wadjet, is like, especially versus Greek, they will just dive your Wadjet in general because it's always worth. Even if they lose half of their HP of the hero, they will just like walk it around under your town center into your 4 towers and just kill off the Wadjet and run away, simply because it's just a nice resource trait. And I think people make that mistake a lot, where they just position the Wadjet too aggressively for vision, for scouting, for whatever, and it's so easy to pick off.
Yeah, it's tricky to do both aggression and not overcommit, because that's when you lose your 3 budgets and your little classical army, that's almost certainly GG over there. We do see a little baboon army here coming from Joey. He did convert a bunch of them. But so far this aggression hasn't really paid off. I think GrandMonster is holding up nicely.
Yeah, we really see the defensiveness here. Walls everywhere, buildings everywhere.
I think it would do well for Joe to also, although he did push him off this hunt over here. Yeah, he did. So, yeah, GrandMonster being picked off at both sides. It's hard to distinguish the colors between these two, but I think he's doing quite well on this side. Still though, Joe is on 1 TC versus 2 TC Apple. Is Apple aging up? He is. Is she aging? Let's check. So Sekhmet coming in. Makes sense. So he is on a bit of a timer. Cheaper villagers for Joe. Always nice. GrandMonster's getting a lot of value out of this healing spring.
He definitely is. He microed his units quite well, I would say. They're all quite low.
You need to.
Yeah, that's really a big difference between good players and average players. I always lose them. So potential big raid coming in here. And straight instant Migdal over here, so Would not have minded to see a wall of here coming from Apple. Double Migdal, so he's really trying to claim this gold mine over here. Losing quite a few villagers to this raid. He did delete his mining camp. And he's going
With the
to
raid
lose
is
more.
quite brutal. Yeah.
I mean, he did go second town center immediately, and they're still behind in terms of villagers. So, good job from Joe. On the other side, more or less a stalemate. No second town center or anything coming from Joey. Also no eco upgrades. Would not have minded seeing a few eco upgrades at this point.
I guess kinda it would be a lot better if they would have reversed positions where the Eggy would be facing the Eggy and Joe with Poseidon versus GM's Loki though. Like because we now see such a defensive Loki from one side, and then Apple's base is actually quite open. He didn't wall at all.
No, I don't. And I don't think, yeah, I'm not. You do need something to help these walls, but yeah, there we go, camels. Yeah, Apple's doing nothing but queuing camel riders, makes a lot of sense. Although I would not have minded seeing Sobek in this case, so you have the Dark Water upgrade.
Yeah.
But then again, the other stuff is also very good.
But I guess with the latest patching, the camels really have gotten powerful, right? So
yeah, definitely.
full on 2v2 here.
And I do see Aphrodite coming from Joe. I think GrandMonster there lost most of his army.
Yeah. It's strange that they would, I guess, pick the fight. I'm not sure who actually has the fastest replenishment there, because they're both replenishing from down under, I would say.
Yeah, Joe is... yeah, you can see a bunch of Hippias endlining from the bottom. And I'll say it goes for these barracks units. But so far they seem to be chilling. Although he does have... Apple does have heavy camel rider in now.
If we see the score, it's very hard for GrandMonster. I'm guessing he's lost a lot of both units, and he's probably gonna lose some buildings here as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a matter of being able to secure this gold mine. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for. Yeah, if GrandMonster is gold starved, there's nothing he can do. Unless Apple does a cheeky shifting sense from here to here. That could work.
I think the upside for them is joeybadz is mostly on a full Eggy classic army. So they don't really have an enormous amount of pushing power when it comes to raising buildings, right? So I guess that's decent, and definitely GrandMonster can hold on.
Yeah, I
but
think
yeah,
also, it would not mind seeing some budgets coming out now, considering most of the Herser are dead. There are only 2 left. Or 3. I do see a bunch of Godschalks coming from Joe. That makes a lot of sense. These camels are doing so well against this. Yeah, he has 14 spearmen in there. They should be okay.
I think no, yeah, but it's just the HP difference, you know. Like those upgraded camels, I think so, right?
Okay, ceasefire being used. I wonder, did I miss something here? No. Maybe just wanted to save these units. Let's take a quick look at these eco upgrades. Yeah, Apple is attacking up nicely.
In the past, it used to be a very much a different game where you would use the ceasefire to stop flaming weapons from Loki, but now due to the different time limit on ceasefire versus the I would say pretty significant time of flaming weapons, it's no longer possible to really completely seize the flaming weapons.
No, not completely, but still not a bad use of ceasefire. But yeah, I think they figured like GrandMonster's not going heroic anytime soon, and it appears that Joey is now aging up to Nepthys. I do wonder what is their plan now though. Are they going to continue pushing here? Or will Joe fight against Apple?
It's gonna be hard for Joe to fight. Ooh, he's going, yeah. Now, Prodromos are doing quite well. They do have the highest multiplier though.
Yeah, but they're not very well upgraded. Only Spirited Charge and Heavy Cavalry. And the camels, well, they have heavy and a few armory upgrades.
We do see Joe here just brute forcing it with his Prodromos though.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why, because he knows Apple has this gold mine. So
I think he's just trying to go for value, I'm guessing, because you know the Prodromos they are the ultimate counter versus Migdal units because they also have the bonus versus Chariot Archers. So I'm assuming he's just trying to get value of his trades.
I would not have minded seeing Dionysus then with Thracian horses and
agreed.
And Hermes upgrades. Not sure why Aphrodite was picked. The eco upgrades are nice though, but still. So shifting sense being used. He shifted. Oh, okay, so now going for a double push on this side. I'm not too sure. I mean, it's a triple Migdal situation.
Ooh, with no siege, that's tricky.
And there's ancestors.
Apple doesn't have any hero units though, so the ancestors at least get some value because I think in Retold they're quite weak, especially without Eclipse.
Yeah, but
I've literally tested this. Like 2 Hersir can basically just kill entire ancestor by themselves. So it's but yeah, they don't have siege and it's under 3 Migdal units. That's a very poor trait, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I see Joey now making siege towers, but that's a bit too late. I'm not sure what I think about this suicide push here.
I think it could have worked if he just waited a bit more and actually made siege towers so he can shift the siege towers with. Then it might have worked.
Yeah, but still, would have liked the other way around. Just shift the enemy units here and finish GrandMonster.
Yeah, I agree. It would be much better if they just reversed it.
Because now, I mean, they are getting far ahead in terms of villagers, and Joe has been playing on one town center for the entire time. I think Apple's economy will now start to kick in. And on the other side, well, GrandMonster was giving a kill your enemy army quickly ticket. And these Scorpion men are not going to do too well against all these Hersir.
That's
do hear a Migdal coming up, so probably switching into chariots. Although no, I see a bunch of slingers.
He should be switching into a combination of Axemen as well, because he's facing throwing Axemen and Hersir, and only a couple of RC. So I assume, like, if he has enough siege towers to be the meat shield, that can be quite okay. On the upside, yeah, I think what you're saying is right. We now see the benefit of Apple's economy, whereas Joe's just been struggling on 1 TC.
Yeah, GrandMonster, and he did very nice to grab the second town center, even though he's on the back foot, because now he is back in terms of economy. He is now grabbing his third. And Apple is now expanding forward.
Hey Kries, can you come 1 second?
So I think, Kries is doing something else. Apple now happily taking this forward. Gold mine with a bit too many villagers. Joe's now getting his backward town center. I think it's a bit too late. But we'll see. He is aging up though. Let's check. To Artemis, of course. Makes sense. Quick look at the eco upgrades. Decent eco upgrades. But Artemis, I wonder what it will do. I think best would be used Earthquake here. Delete a bunch of houses. Give Joey an opportunity to attack. But GrandMonster is now also aging up to Bragi, and flipping webs will be incredibly hard to deal with without shifting sands. So overall, I don't like the shifting sands play. Did nothing, wasted 2 god powers, and yeah, put them on the back foot. Because GrandMonster right now doesn't even need. I think he should just delete this one and go in. Oh, well. I like how Joe was going for an attack and then Flaming Weapon was cast. So you were like, nope, let's get the hell out of here. So, let's see. Apple now taking Joe's forward town center. And he's sending GrandMonster a bunch of resources. Still wonder what he will do. Earthquake over here, I suppose. Quick look at. No, he doesn't have any masons or architects. So not the biggest damage. I suppose he has enough units to kill the town center now. But still, Apple is on his door, already making siege work. Is he aging up? Yeah, it just aged up through Osiris, so there will now be camels, catapults, and of course the Osiris camels. I would not be surprised if he pre-queued it. Yeah, Desert Red coming in, very strong upgrade, one of the strongest upgrades in the game right now. Osiris here. Did he cast it on a damaged Pharaoh? Because it's almost dead already. Not sure how I feel about that. But yeah, there should be catapults now coming in, and yeah, it will be very hard for Joe to. He'll have a hard time defending, although he still have a bunch of gold mines to which he can use. So yeah, this is a bit of a stalemate now. I think GrandMonster will just go mythic and then push again. And well, Joey, I did see a bunch of eco upgrades coming in. Yeah, he catched up in terms of eco upgrades, but I still think he's far behind in terms of economy, because he's on a 1 town center set game. Set having the weakest economy of the game. And on the other side,
villager count says enough, I think. No, it's very tough for the set to come back into this.
Yes.
It's already very hard with a classic or mix of classic and heroic units with set to fight a full Norse army, and it's gonna be extremely difficult for joeybadz to even hold on.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully, and Joe is not looking too pretty either here with the 1 TC for most of the game.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Joe resigned, not being able to hold on this push. So yeah, let's take a look at the post games, because that really should tell a bunch of. Yeah, there you can see that the economy of Apple was just taking off so good. And I'm surprised how well Joe's economy kept up, considering he was on a 1 town center gameplay. And here you can see that Joey and GrandMonster had more or less the same economy until, yeah, GrandMonster start grabbing those extra town centers and whatnot.
I think the key takeaways here are that I would say the early aggression from double Joey was quite well done. I think they definitely put a dent in GrandMonster's overall game plan.
Yeah.
But I think that infinite boom from Apple, even though that Joe got a bunch of villager kills, I would say at a decent time, that kept at least Apple at bay.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the end, there is nothing to do. He is continuously throwing villagers out of 2 down centers, and you cannot compete. Even I think military-wise, they would be at least both on the same strength.
Hello you guys, Mir is here with a special game. This is game 1 of the DoD only 2 versus 2 tournament. And on the top we have Calero playing Thor. His ally here, Zastosy, playing Poseidon. And on the other side we have Ramses playing Kronos. And Bachi playing Loki. And the map is Savannah. I'm speeding up right now. Hopefully the game won't freeze for me anymore. So we'll just have to breeze through the start. Not that these build orders are of particular interest at this moment. So we have 4 semi-aggressive gods, although Thor is a bit slower, and I suppose, well, Poseidon can be pretty aggressive, and the same goes for Loki and Kronos. I wonder if they decide to do a rush. Forsetti coming in for Bachi here. Let's see. Leto coming in, and I do see the temple being time shifted forward, so maybe they're going for an aggressive rush. Automatons coming in. I'm just gonna do the map revealed, because otherwise I need to change the god the entire time. So classic Kronos opening, very annoying to deal with, but he does have double Ulsark or double Berserk to deal with it. And he does still have the Dwarven Mine, should he be put off this gold. And Athena should be here anytime now to help out. Yeah, there she is, she's coming. So, yeah, it appears to be a rush. I see green units, oh no, those are hunters. So, Freya coming in for Calero. And now Athena is there. It does hurt to have your Berserk loose to these spiders. And now Theseus died. Well, at least Athena, Atalanta I should say, cleans up those automatons really nice. So yeah, Hippocons coming in, trying to help out, but and I'm surprised that Bachi placed all these buildings so defensively. He could have placed them a bit more forward if you're going for the aggressive approach. In any case, he put down the healing spring, very nice, and he's now putting pressure on him. Calero over here. Yeah, Dwarven Mine being used. On the other side, we do see raids from the Poseidon player on the Loki there. It makes a lot of sense considering his units are all on the other side of the map. And well, he's also trying to raid over here, but then again, it's hard to raid Atlanteans when they're all stuck up in their base. Let's take a quick look at the economy upgrades. Hand axe and pickaxe for the Thor player here. Although, big raid coming in. Same as the other side, a lot of damage being done. Oh, he is fighting catapulties with his Hippocons. I'm not sure if that's the best idea. In any case, just husbandry there for Zastosy. Ramses has pickaxe. And Bachi has nothing. This hurts. Already being forced on farms. I mean, at this point you can try these berries, I suppose. I do like how Zastosy is still trying to bait his opponents rather than going blind for the defense there, because that's a really good way to lose map control. Although, if these villagers get caught out, he is in a world of hurt. And it does appear the Herrscher are going towards those villagers. So that will be a problem. See, the game now stopped going very fast, so that's good for me. Makes it a bit easier to catch up. So yeah, big raid there. Overall, still, though, the villagers are more or less equal between the two teams, so that's a good job holding from Calero, because he was under quite a bit of pressure. Then again, Thor does have a bunch of safe options with the Dwarven Mine and whatnot, so maybe that was not the best case for the raid. Plus there was also always ceasefire that could have been used, but that's usually just delaying the problem. Oh, big raid. Big raid. That's a very costly villager loss from Bachi. That was also rather brave of him to gather that far forward. Yeah, these would have been better. So yeah, the game is more or less equalized, and well, yeah, the defending team is now has now a big advantage in terms of villagers. Suppose that is two factored. One, the economy upgrades. He has all 4. Yeah, he went Freya, so no dwarven breastplate. And yeah, some good raids by Zastosy here. So I wonder how they will follow through. I do see that Bachi is going up through Bragi. He does not have much of an army though, just these Herser, if I'm not mistaken. So I wonder if flaming weapons will clear us up or the other way around. Let's do a quick check if none of the other players are aging up. So far rather straightforward gameplay. No second town center or strange shenanigans. But decides to just take the loss of these buildings and instead focus on massing units, because he will need them for flaming weapons. Although, second town center for Ramses. It's interesting. I think this army can do a lot of damage, but these centaurs do such a good job against these catapulties. So now we'll have to see if you can keep mining here. I do like Bachi's map in that regard. Looking at the other team, I don't see any safe gold mines, and he does have this very nice backward gold mine. Calero now taking a forward town center, that's interesting. I suppose he's really confident with his position. He could also just go straight to Mythic and do Ragnarok, although I don't think that's really the meta strategy right now. Would have liked to see an Ox card here though. Yeah, messing up units. Is he aging up? Yes, he is aging up. Let's see. Aging up also through Bragi. Not a bad choice, although I would not have minded seeing Skadi, considering his opponent went Bragi. But I think he wants to finish this game. Meanwhile, Ramses is having difficulties dealing with the Hippias and Centaur spam on the other side. I mean, these catapulties do so much damage, but oh, there we go. Nice, ceasefire to the enemy flaming weapons. And yeah, I suppose when ceasefire is done, he will just cast his own flaming weapons, and you have the double going on. So I think this town center is doing a good job at securing this position between the two players. Hi there, maiden. How are you? I like how Zastosy keeps on scouting the perimeter and checking for vulnerable positions. Someone just aged up. It is Zastosy, aged up through Dionysus, so we now have both flaming weapons and bronze on the table. And yeah, the flaming weapons from Bachi was more or less completely nullified. I do like this double bronze there, that's massive value. I think that's a very nice scalable god power in that regard. Yeah, big push. Ramses is out of position, and yeah, there's nothing much Bachi can do at this point. He is fighting over here, but it's just such an overwhelming force. And if Calero would now be focusing his throwing X-Men on these catapulties, he should be doing a good job. And there we go, Ramses resigned. GG. It's a quick one, but yeah, well hold from Calero and Zastosy.
Scoreboard down on the bottom left. SpOefT and Stooch. What is SpOefT? It is Ra, Stooch, is Zeus. Oh, we were close. Okay, I don't know if this is a best of one. I think this is a best of one. So let's get casting, folks. So here we are. I believe this is the tournament is double elimination. So we got top of the bracket, bottom of the bracket. This is a top of the bracket match. Okay, we have Stoochio. I know Stoochio, but I don't know Stoochio as a player. I don't really know rating, what he plays, anything like that. But he's here in the gray, top right side of the map. He's playing Zeus, and his teammate is Lizard. Lizard's here in the yellow, playing Loki. So we have Loki and Zeus here on Tundra, right? Loki and Zeus. Again, I don't really know anything about Lizard as a player either. I presume he's a Norse player, presume he's a Loki player, etc., etc., etc. But whatever, it is what it is. Anyway, so Loki and Zeus over on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, we have a pretty highly seeded team. We have SpOefT, aka SpOefT, I guess. Anyway, so he's here in the green playing Ra, left-hand side of the map, and his teammate is Jarl playing teal, going for Freyr, which is so interesting. Because Freyr is the new team, games have not yet taken off in Retold. They are just now because of the Keen tournament, the Captain's Winter Draft. Because of this DoD tournament, there's a lot of people who are asking for team games, right? And so team games are just starting to become a thing. Anyway, having said that, we've kind of figured out what Freyr looks like and what Freyr can do and what Freyr does in 1v1s, but we haven't quite figured out in 2v2s. Jarl is working on it, I know that. Jarl is working on it, but, you know, I don't know what he has and has not figured out. Anyway, having said that, they are deciding that Freyr and Ra are good teammates on an open tundra map. I think this is scary, personally. Zeus, historically, pretty strong on open maps. Centaur spam, you know, Zeus can do such a variety of strategies. Anyway, same thing with Loki, so strong on open high hunt maps. And so, you know, if your god does not have mobility, I would not say that Freyr has mobility as a god, right? Not a mobile god. Yes, you can go Freya, minor gods, classical age, you can go Freya, get raiding cavalry, blah, blah, blah. And you can get around the map that way, but still not the most mobile of gods, let's say. Ra has a lot more mobility, Sphinx spam. Is he going for Sphinx? Let's see, what is supposed for? He's not advancing just yet, okay. Anyway, Sphinxes, that gives you some, yeah, he is going up through Bast, so SpOefT is going up through Bast. You know, we could maybe see like some raiding cavalry from, in fact, let's go see what Jarl is going to up through. He's not advancing just yet, doing a pretty late advance, actually. He's going to be up at like 5 insane minutes. Are you kidding me? He's got 9 on food, 4 on wood, 5 on gold. This is kind of crazy, actually. When he knows he's against Zeus. A, okay, dude, this is ultra crazy. A, he's against Zeus. Zeus has so much potential for aggression early on. B, he's against Loki. Loki is slower to go aggressive, but still, if you get too far behind Loki, you're going to have a bad time. Anyway, so he's going to have a killer sick economy, but the forward gold mine, the open map, blah, 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 blah. I think this is way sketchy. He's going for Uller, so he's going to be up at, yeah, almost 5 minutes through Uller. I think that's so late, dude. I think it's completely crazy, but whatever, it is what it is. Anyway, so the lack of mobility here is going to be very interesting considering what they're against. I suppose SpOefT can, let's see, does SpOefT have multiple monuments? Does he even have one monument? Yeah, he has one monument there, no multiple monuments, so he's not going. don't think he's going for any type of Sphinx. Maybe he is going for Sphinx. He's got a second Sphinx coming out right now. That could definitely be good against Stoochio, since Stoochio is Zeus. You know, it's going to be strong against Greeks. The heroes are already out, however. The heroes are already out. It looks like he's prepping to go for a second town center. Schwing. Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get the TC going, brother. There we go. There we go. And what about on the side of Lizard? Lizard's building pretty back, pretty defensively in his base. Dude, are you kidding me? Jarl is so cheeky. He advances at almost 5 minutes against Loki. He builds his... Okay, fine, he dropped a longhouse right away. But after that, he's only got a temple and a longhouse, and then he's going for his forward hill fort. It's sick, right? It's sick because there's a gold there, the town center there, there's food nearby. That's sick, but at the same time, that is cheeky. In a 2v2 against Zeus and Loki, that is so cheeky to go forward like that. I think it's completely crazy. There's 3 Sphinxes for SpOefT that are already out. They are not upgraded, however. We do have the Creo Sphinx upgrade coming in just now. A little bit more speed, HP, etc., etc. Let's see if he can find any damage, and it looks like he has found some potential damage here. Boom, the whole butt. Okay, there goes the Berserker for sure. Yeah, and he knocks him off of food as well. So Heracles and the boys are right behind him. But he only picked off a Berserker and caused a little bit of idle time. Not a whole ton of damage there compared to what he potentially could have gotten on all those villagers, eh? Okay, do we have additional town centers? We have a second town center coming in for Jarl. So Jarl looks like these guys are he's just trying to go, where are the Sphinxes? There are the Sphinxes. They're just trying to be harass-esque, do some harassment with the Sphinxes, and then just play the slow build-up, boomy direction. We have a second town center coming in for SpOefT on the back side. That is his back TC behind the forward TC of Jarl and the forward Asgardian hill fort. Interesting, interesting. There's Lizard trying to get a little bit of action, but he's just going to lose his RC, honestly. Not really any damage there, unfortunately for him. Nice walls by Jarl on that side. Lock down the bottom side of his map, and then he's just got this top side with the town center and the hill fort, so he's got that bottom side locked down. His eco should be pretty dadgum safe. Can't necessarily say the same thing for SpOefT, however. He's looking a whole lot more exposed here. Anvil of Hephaestus, that's a good relic to get. Okay, so we do have the second town center up for Stoochio. He's going for some barracks action. Military academies, there's an archery range coming in as well. Okay. So Lizard's getting a little bit of some action going on this forward town center. Doesn't quite deny it, delays it only a couple of seconds. And there we go. That's 2 town centers for both Jarl and SpOefT and Stoochio. So Lizard's going to have to find damage, otherwise he's just going to get too far behind economically. Where are the Sphinxes? There's the Sphinxes. Heroica Sphinx. Okay, they against Loki and Zeus. He can probably find some damage against Zeus, but for whatever reason, he's kind of focusing on Lizard down on the bottom side, which is interesting. Lizard already has the Hall of Thanes upgrade, even Eyes in the Forest. So his Herseer should be able to keep up, maybe not keep up necessarily with the Sphinxes, but defend against them fairly well. He's got some walls down on this bottom side, walling up his own base. A good job for Lizard to wall himself up. So SpOefT in the green up here and Stoochio in the gray up here. Both these guys playing pretty exposed, but the Norse players have been burned enough. They know you gotta wall yourself. Otherwise, you're potentially going to have a bad time. Speaking of a bad time, 4 Sphinxes, 4 upgraded Sphinxes is one way to bust through walls quickly. There's a gold mine sitting right there. Looking fresh, looking harassable. Let's see what he can get with some of these Sphinxes. Is he going for gold? He is going for gold, but the Herseer are going for the cats. Okay. Yeah, plenty of defense there, plenty of defense there. Some exposed eco here in the back for Lizard, so SpOefT decides not to go back and try and find some damage. He's going to keep those Sphinxes alive. Okay. We got Sobek pre-queued for SpOefT. All of the 2 TC players are right about the same numbers economically speaking. 48, 42, 45 villagers, and then 31 for our poor our poor whatchamacallit player, our poor yellow player. Although our yellow player Lizard, he just advances through Njord. That's interesting. No flaming weapons action from him. He's wanting to go for Njord, and I suppose they're wanting to push on this forward TC's position here. Yeah, we got the hoplites coming in. Those are Athena hops, baby. So we got a restoration potential happening. Okay, real quick, if you can look at the mini-map, bing, there's a third town center that is, oh, Golden Bursty. Sick. Okay, there's the Walking Woods down there on the bottom side. The Sphinxes are trying to go after it, but there's a bunch of Hersier there to defend. Walking Woods are going hard. Golden Bursty's going hard, but the town center's already down, man. Eco needs to get out of dodge. Is he potentially going to take out the hill fort? There goes Golden Bursty, what a G. But there go the Walking Woods at the same time. I guess they're going to probably take down the frickin' hill fort or not. Okay, so yes, the hill fort does go down, but is this enough damage for Stoochio and Lizard? There's the restoration. Okay, we have, what do we have? We have Tempest. We have Tempest for the Freyr player, Jarl in the teal, using his Tempest. Okay, not too bad. Dude, I really feel like the Njord player was a bit peculiar. Sure, he's got a couple of mountain giants here, ready to do some damage, but still, the Tempest is going to slow him down quite a bit. They have done a lot of damage, forcing the Golden Bursty, taking down some, moving some eco, taking down the hill fort, and now Jarl is a little bit exposed here. SpOefT just got up through Sobek, that's the Heroic Age God Power. Locust does give him a little bit of some aggressive, defensive damage output type of whatever. But still, this is a pretty good push here from Stoochio and Lizard. I like their team play here. Lizard in the yellow is down on 1 town center, whereas SpOefT is on 2. Jarl was on 3. Now he's down to 2 himself. Maybe gonna lose his position to the mountain giants, to the Jotuns rather. They do have the upgrade, the Jotun upgrade. Sick. Here we go. Remember, Freyr, this is maybe a little bit relevant right now. Freyr is able to freely repair his buildings. His villagers can come in and maybe repair, although that's maybe a little bit too close for comfort. Okay, looks like Jarl is just completely getting gutted here. Jotuns are just about done with the town center. We got some camels coming over. That's an interesting decision against some hoplite action, some myth unit action. Okay, whatever it is, what it is. It looks like this push from Yellow and from Stoochio and Lizard, it's kind of slowing down, but at the same time, they have found a good amount of damage, baby. Again, the Jotun's doing some big damage. In fact, that's 2 town centers that Jarl has lost. So he's down to his 1 TC here. And he's having to rebuild everything. He's sending a bunch of eco up here on this top side, which is spied, so they know exactly where that action is. Okay, so Jarl here, let's see, Jarl still has 39 villagers. He's not too far away from our Loki player with 44. That's no bueno, man, because he was on so many more town centers at the time. But now SpOefT is sitting up here at 68 vills. That's pretty strong. The camels are sick. They're heavy camels, man. And they have an upgrade Thundercloud Shawl. Okay, that helps a little bit. I guess that helps a little bit. Another Jotun coming in to bash some shit. Ooh, careful with those bad boys, Mr. Jarl. Are you kidding me? Careful. So SpOefT getting Dark Water as well. You see that? SpOefT's getting Dark Water for even stronger camels. Okay. So right now, Jarl, the 2 Norse players are still on 1 town center apiece. Okay. Their economies are pretty darn similar between each other, but, you know, at this point in time... Sir? Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir? He's, we got a Michael Jackson enthusiast. He's just moonwalking in place. He's just, you know, trying to show off all the damage that he just did. We got Rain coming in for, SpOefTmeister over here with only a handful of farms, honestly. Not a whole boatload of farms there. So the damage has been done to the poor Freyr player. Now, as we got a 3rd town center coming in.
Ross 128 is feeling freaky.
Oh, there it is, right here. Ooh, the little mountain giant, hello. Okay, anyway, so we got 3 town centers for Stoochio here in the gray, okay. Now they're starting to focus on SpOefT up on the top side, bro. They're starting to focus on SpOefT on the top side. So Jarl playing Freyr is down on the bottom side in the teal. He's just having to try and survive and recover, recuperate, etc., etc., etc. We have, by the way, we have Osiris PQ'd for our green player, SpOefT, as he is just losing all of these villagers. Actually not. They have Skin of the Rhino, so those bad boys are staying very alive as they are running around. Although, are they going to... come on, Jotuns, get a kick, 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 get a kick. Oh, come on, get a kick. Oh, come on, get a kick. They're Jotuns. Oh, come on. Ah! That is some intense ghost building there by Lizard, dadgummit. Oh. Yeah, they're getting kills now, baby. They're getting kills now. Stoochio's up almost at his vill limit, whereas SpOefT is still at 75, so he's about 25 below almost. Okay, but still, SpOefT has been booming. He's looking strong. Those camels are sick. He's got Dark Water and Heavy. He's, thinking about Osiris. Some Chariot Archers, which are delicious as well. Petsukos. He's got a sick-looking army here. We got Teal Jarl is back in the mix. Alrighty then. Can the Jotuns bust their way back to victory? Back to victory? Into victory? Whatever. Where is Gray? Stoochio seems like he's slowed down in the military department. And now, I mean, Lizard is going hard in the paint, and that is a sick Frost Giant spawn right there. Okay, but it looks like, okay, sure, yeah, Stoochio's been booming his little turd off, but he needs to get the military action going at the same time. Otherwise, that's going to give Jarl an opportunity to recover, because SpOefT has a nice boom, even though he doesn't have as many villagers as Stoochio, but still, he's doing an okay job, kind of 2v1ing, kind of here, 2v1.5, well, I guess it's like 2v1.5ing, because now Jarl's over here to help out a little bit. Anyway, so Stoochio and Lizard, they got a nice advantage here, but they need to push this. They need to push this. Don't allow Jarl to reclaim his town centers, for example. I love that they're going over here to focus on SpOefT, but at the same time, if you just don't touch Jarl, dude, he's gonna be able to boom back at a decent rate. And we'll be back on equal footing here. We do have another town center which is coming in for Lizard. So, okay, they're starting to build forward. Okay, so they're kind of establishing their infrastructure they've done damage. In fact, maybe I do like this ultimately. I like that Stoochio and Lizard, they've done damage, lots of damage. Now they're kind of getting the infrastructure, so it's not a hollow push, hollow aggression, if you understand what I mean. They're taking map control, building forward, etc., etc. I'm starting to like that shit. Okay, but at the same time, if they had some mobile units, like some raiding cavalry, a big fat clump of Herseer, like if there was a bunch of Herseer, Hall of Things Herseer, just harassing the economy of Jarl, could be sick. He's down on 49 freaking villagers, so he's lost a lot of eco. I think he lost all those villagers that were spied on the top side. I think I just completely missed it. Legendary Jarl saying, good play by Lizard with the Jotuns. Well, I mean, I agree, dude. Like, they have so much pushing potential, especially when you upgrade them. I wonder if Battle Boars and Flaming Weapons would have done more damage ultimately. The Jotuns are sick, The Walking Woods was a little underwhelming as a god power. I wonder if Flaming Weapons would have been stronger overall. I don't know. I wasn't looking at his economy to see, whether or not he was able to battle more spam. Bro, SpOefT is losing a big toll here. Potentially. This is not the scariest army here, in all sincerity. Although the hoplites are coming in to do the big papa damage. Okay, looks like that thing is definitely going down, but Jarl's gonna be able to defend here. Probably, yeah. Lizard going for actually. Lizard's going to lose a lot of units here, so Jarl's got a nice little bit of a ranged military here. Okay, he's starting to reclaim. He has reclaimed his second town center, back town center, main town center. Okay. Ooh, second town center's in for Lizard as well. I love these camels from SpOefT. There's so much exposed economy back here. I love it. I think we needed to have that from Lizard at the same time, right? Just making sure that they were continuing to hurt the economy of SpOefT and Jarl. We have another Tempest coming in. That is very interesting. He purchased that Tempest, everybody. He purchased that Tempest. What is that, 200 favor or something like that? Jeez. Dude. SpOefT is still on 2 town centers. Jarl's still on 2 town centers, so there is a slight advantage that Stoochio and Lizard have on the right-hand side team. Son of Osiris just came in. Oh boy, he's joining the party, okay. But there is an advantage that Stoochio and Lizard have, but I feel like that's slipping through their fingers. They've allowed the economy of Jarl to kind of hang in there. We got Mythic and the super crazy sick camels from SpOefT over here. They still have a little bit of some map control and town center benefit, but again, that is just quickly slipping through their fingers. I don't know, man. We got more damage with these delicious camel riders. Bro, these things are desert freaking wind, dark water, thundercloud shawl, some copper upgrades as well. Hey, champion. Super sick camels, man. Those things are going to be little devils, little devils. Those things are big devils, actually. Those big bad boys are going to be devils on the economies of Stoochio and Lizard if they're not careful. Sure, there's, you know, the Zeus hoplites are fast. Do they have Sarissa? He does have Sarissa and Aegis Shield, so those are the Athena upgrades. Das ist gut, aber the champion camel riders are so freaking fucking fast, man. 7.2 freaking speed compared to 4.9. Yeah, whatever. No way, man. No way. Look at this production, dude. I think Jesus. Indeed, Uros. We still have an Eclipse and a Locust that SpOefT has not used just yet. Ooh, we have Underworld Passage that has not been used just yet by Stoochio. Is it too late for Stoochio to use his Underworld Passage? Because now, at this point in time, the battlefield is on the main, like right in the center of the map. So, what? Really? Jarl and SpOefT take it. Man, it always hurts when you resign when you have a score lead, huh? I was gonna say it's maybe a little bit too late for him to use Underworld. Like, for example, you know what I was saying when I was looking up on this top side, and I was like, oh, it feels like Stoochio's kind of backed off on his military, blah blah blah, but he's got a big economy, blah blah blah. Actually had a big economy. Look at that. SpOefT was getting a lot of ill kills evidently with those camels. Anyway, it felt like that was the time that he coulda, woulda, shoulda used an Underworld back here, you know, fuck around with the Migdals, delete a couple of town centers, force SpOefT and Jarl to look back defensively instead of forward offensively. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, the thing is that they were just continuing to push on the front, push on the front, push on the front, push on the front, defend on the front, defend on the front, defend on the front, and then eventually, you know, Stoochio and Lizard just kind of ran out of air. You know what I mean? They ran out of steam, and so that's what I'm saying. And so they were just all defending right here, and that just kind of played perfectly into getting, you know, continuing to pushing into here. You know, a little bit of raids to really complicate things and force Stoochio and Lizard to look back and play some defense. And so it just, the tables turned, if that makes sense. Anyway, so long story short, if you get what I'm saying, an Underworld back here with a heroic age Zeus, a boomed heroic age Zeus, you know, you could do some serious damage to Jarl once again, you know, stopping him from rebooming, doing some damage to slow down SpOefT as well, but also more importantly, you force SpOefT and Jarl to play defensively and react to the Underworld. That would have probably prevented SpOefT from being able to get some raids and whatnot here on their economies, right? Anyway, so I think that Underworld was a little bit of a missed opportunity. Oh, Stoochio said the gold raids killed him. Yeah, dude, bro. He was up at his 100 vil limit, and then shwum, those frickin' speedy camels, man. Where is a camel? Oh, wherever they are. There we go. Those frickin' speedy camels, man, are little demons. Came across my stream. He was really impressed by your stream. Really kind. It was a really fun vibe. Thank you, Sarah Boris. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. Stoochio, so close. Yeah, so I was still alive in the back. TC eco. Yep, exactly. And then so he could afford Goaty throwing Actman spam. Exactly, dude. But Jarl, that's exactly what I'm saying, man. Like, you survived because you have this left over. So I totally love that as a team they decided to focus on SpOefT. But he had boomed up just enough to where he could just survive. The camels are so stupid strong that he could just survive. And that allowed Jarl a little bit of time to just kind of hang in there and And then eventually he had a solid, you know, he had a solid position himself back in this game. So I really want to know what an Underworld would have done to Jarl and how that would have changed the game. Again, prevented camel raids, forced him to react to that, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I've explained myself, sufficiently here. Yeah, SpOefT was just excellent. Hi, Toby. SpOefT with so many freaking kills. Jarl with a whole bunch of kills. Lizard, man. Lizard just kind of struggling in the kill department. But those Jotuns did some sick damage. SpOefT with 41 Veil kills. That's it right there, dude. That's it right there. Interesting game, man. Interesting game. Fair's insane because even with low amount of bills on YTC, you can not only survive, but spam units and can still get upgrades. Yeah, that's a good point, dude. That is a good point. That is a good point. Ooh, we have the next game as well. Another SpOefT game. Jarl SpOefT against Zastosy and Calero. I don't know really how to say.
What up, you guys? Miras here with another Deities of Death 2 versus 2 tournament game. This game is Zoekt Jollyman versus GrandMonster, and I am Apple. And let's take a quick look at the gods being used. Jollyman over here playing Ra in the blue. We have Zoekt playing Hades, and left corner on the other side we have Apple playing Set and GrandMonster playing as Kronos. And whenever I see Kronos, I think shenanigans. Early harassment. I'm not too sure what will happen, but I always think that there are gonna be something fun involved. Hello.
Let's get back to it.
Yes.
This is a high level game.
Yes, definitely. But I see Set and Kronos, so I always think shenanigans. But we'll see.
Same. There is no reason if I see these two gods that there would be no shenanigans. So I'm hoping on like some 330 rush with some shifting sands shenanigans with a pharaoh and some other things shifting to one guy's TC.
Yeah, probably.
Now,
That's why I like Zookt's Hades pick, because you always have the Sentinels to deal with anything.
They have very hard gods to play versus. If there was a Norse, I would say this is by default the best tactic that you can do. It's very hard for Norse to micro everything, especially because they need ox cards and all of these things. It's very easy to harass, but versus a Ra and a Hades, that's a whole different story. Yeah,
definitely. And yeah, and you know, Ra has shifting sense. Hades has the well, both restoration and sentinels. So I think they are just going to go for a very stable gameplay. I know they in preparation just a few hours ago, or like 1 hour ago, they started with their preparations for the tournament. So I don't think they have very much meta strategies figured out yet. I think they're going to play normal and then see how far they can go. And
technically, there's nothing wrong with the 2TC Hades Death Ball, though.
No, definitely. I think they have the late game in their advantage. So Temple at 230. I think that's pretty standard. Temple being shifted right now, so probably see some. No, Prometheus. So probably is going to do some harassing, maybe. Trying to prevent the second town center for Jollyman. I'm not too sure.
Maybe GrandMonster is going to do the very basic thing that's being done in every tournament game right now with Kronos, that early harass into early second TC.
Probably, yeah. He does have 3 on gold and 3 on wood, so that makes a lot of sense. And I also see a lot of gold for Apple, so I think a second town center for all is in the works. So yeah, Prometheus, let's see what they can do. Is he making any additional ones? No, he is not. Interesting walls from Jollyman. Do like them though.
That is indeed a very interesting wall. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, though. That was very smart.
Yeah, definitely. Zoekt says there's no need to cast this one, so that makes me think there is a need to cast this one.
There is definitely a need to cast this one. I am assuming the fuck-up's already happening.
Okay, is Vision being casted here? I think he's just checking for a second town center. Because he is grabbing his own second town center, and I think
The
GrandMonster
temple is
will...
being pushed back. Yeah, the temple is being pushed back by a GrandMonster. He is getting that that second TC probably. The houses are there for the faster build time.
Second town center
They
for
did use
Zoekt
the
as
vision.
well.
Yep, they did use the vision to check the other town center of Jolly. So because they had the line of sight from GrandMonster on the right, and on the left they used the vision. So they definitely know Jolly is not having 2 TCs at this point in time.
Yeah, he's grabbing one now. So slightly later, but I think that's worth
Yep.
Shifting sands though. Where did he send them to? Oh, there we go. Oh, to prevent the... oh, but the citizen is a hero citizen. Still
I
though, the
think
poison
that
damage
was-
doesn't care.
Yeah, but that's not the greatest though, like I would say. And Kronos with the 2 manners gets exceptionally fast build time on village centers and TCs.
Yeah, even if you only have one. Yeah.
Correct. Now I see a large chunk of red though. If
Yeah.
you go up.
I think that was the second shifting sands being used.
Yeah, the denial of the TC.
He did have a lion over here, so a very clever play from them. I think when you use the vision, you're kind of broadcasting like I'm going to do something, which is why I usually use vision at the start or at another point. But yeah, Jollyman now going for a second attempt at this town center, but I'm not too sure if that will work out.
Ooh. Oh, the Pharaoh. Oh, ooh, the Pharaoh is also getting harassed. Oh, the micro on the Pharaoh.
Ajax is
That
trying to
is-
help out, but
That is gruesome.
yeah, he will now do. But this they paid a big price for it. I think it was a good shift from Apple.
So much lost eco time as well. Apple has been having like 2 TCs already for more than 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a quick look at the eco upgrades. Pickaxe for Jollyman. None for GrandMonster. He did get a eco build. Oh, he's now researching husbandry.
Yeah, which makes sense. Like you do the early harass into the 2 TC with Kronos, you won't have any eco ups until almost you go heroic, I'm guessing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Just checking. Pickaxe also for Apple. For Zoekt we have pickaxe, handaxe, and husbandry. Interesting to see farms coming from Jollyman, considering he still has his chickens and 10 sheep and a bit of hunt. I do like how he's eating all Apple's animals now.
He needs to get something out of it, I'm guessing.
Yeah, definitely.
What is Zook doing though? He's been quiet this game.
I hear him placing farms, and he's now making a few units, though not that many.
Would you say that if you are at an equal booming theme or time in this case, versus Greek versus Egyptian, do you think you can at least go toe to toe with Ra if you boom as a Greek?
I think so. I mean, the Athena hoplites and peltests are so strong, even against camels. And Set doesn't have the super busted camels, right?
That's true.
I was going to say how nice to share the rain, but this is only for... that doesn't affect him anymore.
Yeah, they changed it.
So, Heroic from Apple. Instant Migdal. I can imagine he goes for heavy chariot play as well. That would work out nicely. Then again, I would not have minded seeing Segmet, but I suppose Netsies also works out.
Is that a big wall from Jolly in the middle?
Yes. Wall over here and a great many of barracks on this side. Jolly still needs to start building it though. Sarissa coming in from Zoekt. And GrandMonster is aging up through Hyperion. And Jollyman is aging up through Segmet. So far very much a boomy game.
I think that that second TC stop from Jolly was currently very good for Apple and GrandMonster in terms of the eco advantage that they would get by it. But I'm counting on Zoekt to do something here. Like he's been unharassed. He has the free boom.
Yeah, he has Apollo coming in, so I think he can do like an earthquake in a back TC or something, and then Underworld in and try to claim it from his own. Apple, however, is going straight for Mythic, taking no chances. He wants that Valley of the Kings value.
Yeah, that off is super hard with the early Valley of the Kings. It easily grants you like 1,000 resources pretty quickly.
Yes, definitely. And also, I think for Greeks, it can be difficult to deal with these super upgraded elephants as well.
That's why I'm wondering versus if you're like Hades itself, is it worth to go Athena? It's very good versus the buildings if you do a significant push, but maybe Colossi are still very hard to deal with for any race because of the sheer amount of HP that these units have.
Yeah, true.
And if you have Forge of Olympus, if you haven't researched any of the armory upgrades, Forge of Olympus is really a giga tool.
True.
To have like a super strong army without too much economy.
Yeah, definitely. Instant Valley of the Kings, and it researches so fast. I can imagine it's also being empowered. No, yeah, it is. So yeah. And now see a bunch of camels. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Wall has not been completed. GrandMonster is also going for massive amounts of Frontarius. They want to play it from here. Ancestors is being dropped. I'm not sure if I like this position.
Not sure if it's
And
going to do
Meteor
anything,
as well.
but they have some kills on some villagers, I'm guessing. But yeah, the
Oh man, that Meteor did a lot of damage. Champion already in for Apple. It's just going... I mean, it did some shifting sense damage and then just go straight to TC into Mythic. Zoekt is holding the center though. That Meteor really did a lot of damage for Jollyman. Especially during rain, as most of his farms were placed on the second town center.
In my opinion, I think Zoekt played a bit too passive with the map in this point. Like Apple is constantly basically at the second TC of Jolly, whereas Zoekt is even behind Apple on his own side of the map.
Yes, definitely, yeah. And you know, this fight over here is rather pointless. Oh, and also a deconstruct on the Migdal. I was just about to say you should just use Sentinel on this Migdal. Because he's also being raided on the front. Just a few units though. I think the Ra villagers can deal with them if he got the Skin of the Rhino upgrade, which he doesn't.
And that is always something that I see. I think Apple did great previously versus Joey and Joey, where he put down those 3 Migdol, right? But I think here we see Jolly, and even though his Migdol that got deconstructed, there is not a lot of production for Jolly going on. Yes, he has a couple of barracks, but there is not really much in anything in terms of like 2 Migdols or something where he can make units out of.
No.
Where is his production? He has nothing.
No. App's just going ham with these camel riders. Even though they're very basic. Well, they are a champion, but still, right, in terms of upgrades and special upgrades and whatnot.
He also got the levy upgrade just for that super fast training time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also not that expensive, right? I think as Egyptian you should just get it straight away. And also for Norse, I think it's only 75 food, so definitely worth it. So yeah, both are basically streamlining a bunch of units through the center, and I think as long as they can, you know, chill here, they can do massive amounts
Apple
of
has the
damage.
upgrade, and then that's really where the problem is at. Like none of the others have the upgrades that Apple has. Just with the champion upgrade is really strong though.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a plus 20% HP and
10% damage, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, when Zoekt gets hit here, it will be very difficult. Because Jollyman now has this gold mine, which is more or less secured, but so undermine being used. I wonder. Oh, he used it here.
Underworld, yeah.
Underworld, yes. Now, champion chariot archers coming in from Apple.
There's really no defense here versus those Contarias.
No, because if you, I mean, your shitty Egyptian spearman will just get destroyed by these archers.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nobody.
But again, that's what I was saying. Yeah, like Jolly has really a production issue because against this composition, making pure upgraded camels would really work. They're good versus Contarias. They're good versus Arcas. They have some HP. They run faster than spearmen. They can actually get to their target. But yeah, he has 0 Migdols due to all the stuff that he got on him in the early game. Those god powers that deconstruct the double.
Yeah, definitely.
The TC delay.
Apple now producing catapults, so he's starting a push on this side, and he's getting some armory upgrades as well.
Zookt's been doing well, but the fights are just too disjointed. Jolly has no way of helping really because he was busy fending off for himself.
Yeah,
And
there are
then
2 spearmen.
now he's getting doubled.
Another deconstruct being used over here. Yeah, decent use. I wonder if that's why he picked Kronos, or perhaps Gaia was banned, because it is a Zoekt game.
Yeah, exactly. I do think Gaia was banned by default. But yeah, I think they may. I'm not even sure if they had the like the strategy by itself. Maybe they changed strategy mid-game depending on what was happening. I'm not sure if that because I'm pretty sure that second T that second TC delay from Jolly, where they kind of doubled him and just tried to delay that TC, was not planned. Though I think that was a like in the moment decision.
Yeah, true. Yeah, maybe they did try the plan to delay it with the Prometheans, and then just follow it up. But yeah, Zoekt is now going here for the golds, and yeah, what can they do? I see that GrandMonster is now aging up to Atlas, so we will see a big implode anytime soon. And yeah, GG. I mean, they held on very nicely, but I think this game was decided pretty early on.
Hey, thanks Boyd, and perfect timing everybody, perfect timing. We are into, I believe this is, okay, so for everybody that is just joining right now, this is a DoD Clan 2v2 tournament, okay? And so this is the winner's bracket. I think it's the winner's bracket semifinals that we're casting right now. I believe it's a best of one. If you didn't know before, now you know. We fucking hate rocks as a unit here on this channel. So if you like rocks, get out of here. No, just kidding.
Kvoth hates rocks.
Kvoth hates rocks. I also hate rocks. Thank you. I can definitely appreciate that. Having said that, let's get into this game, okay? So we have Team Calero. I don't know how to say this dude's name, man. Calero. I'm just going to say it Calero. So we have Team Calero / Zastosy. You guys probably recognize that name, Zastosy. I'm sure you probably recognize Calero as well. Yes, hello everybody. Hello, hello. And they are playing against Team SpOefT. Most of you guys recognize the name SpOefT. Anyway, so SpOefT's playing Loki down here in the green bottom side. And then Jarl is playing Odin. So he played Freyr last game, going for Odin this time. Interessante. Anyway, so Odin, we got a Norse team on Blue Lagoon. Again, Loki, Odin against Zeus and Isis. I missed Calero playing Isis. Zeus, Isis up on the top side. And Loki, Odin on the bottom side. Teddy Bearsky, I'm gonna put you down, buddy. I'm gonna put you down. Oh, the bed is right there. Go to the bed. Yeah. Okay. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Okay. So having said that, somebody can confirm for me. Yes, I believe this is the winners bracket semifinals. Winners bracket semifinals. Okay. Okay. So Zeus and Isis as teammates against Odin and Thor. Who do you guys give the advantage to? I don't know. I know everybody's saying these days, "Oh, Zeus is falling out of style. Zeus is so weak." Blah blah blah. Maybe it's just specific players who are saying that. But it's not like Odin is looked at being very strong these days, right? It's not Thor. It's Odin. It's Odin and Loki. It's Odin and Loki. Did I say Thor? Zeus. Odin and Loki. Obviously Loki, everybody knows Loki's still strong these days. Loki's still strong. But what about Odin? Like, Norse is definitely solid in team games, at least, historically that's the assumption that, well, that's not an assumption, that's a fact. But what about retold? Odin as a team in a 2v2 situation? Honestly, like, Jarl and SpOefT are sick players, by all means, so they're gonna be strong. But again, Odin, technically, on paper, which is the stronger dynamic, Zeus, Isis, or the Norse boys? I don't know. Zastosy is already up through Athena, by the way. So he's got his Minotaur coming out. What time is it? 3? He was up at about just after 3:30. We got a military coming out as well. A couple of Fimbulwinters. Potentially, dude. Ooh, that's a good point, Jipka. That is a good point. I don't know if Loki's going to go tier. We do have Anubis coming in for, what's his bucket? Calero. Okay. So we're going to have Anubis and Athena. And then presumably Freya and Freya for LastJarl, and then what's it called for Forseti for SpOefT. Anyway, okay. Hoplites coming out, archery range coming out. Okay, let's look at the base of Jarl. I'm a little bit surprised here. We have a bolt, by the way, so the Valkyrie is toast. I'm a little bit surprised at how aggressively he's throwing up these great hauls. And by the way, double great haul? Does he not know that he's playing against Zeus? Double great haul here instead of a longhouse. And again, these are so far forward now. You would think that Athena would be able to shred these, right? Okay, we got some action on the food. Jarl, I don't know if he's lost a vill just yet. There's 7 vills there, so no, I don't think he's lost a vill just yet. That lady's toast. Boom, there she blows. What's up, Cerberus? Okay, there's some bros here to try and defend. They should defend just fine, honestly. Okay, nice little special attack there by the Minotaur. So Jarl getting kicked off of Hunt right away. Okay, but he's knocked back a little bit. We got Zastosy. Sorry, Zastosy's in red. Calero down here on this bottom side, trying to go a little bit aggressive within a new bite. He's also taking a back TC with the monument going up as well. What's up with the back TC grab? He does have a gold mine behind it. Raiding parties. Cheers to you, brother. Okay, anyways, back gold mine, which is pretty decent. There's a nice little delicious hunt pack back there, but it's not quite. That is not Pink's hunt pack. He actually took the wrong town center. If you look at the minimap, he took the wrong back TC. Whoops. Apparently, we have suffered with a lack of scouting here, Calero. Anyways, there's his back TC and gold mine, giraffes over there. Okay, so a little bit of booming action. What? He's going for a forward gold mine? This guy's nuts, dude. 2 TC Anubis is odd. I suppose. I mean, remember, it is. I think the Nubite play is decent against two Norse players. I know that the Hall of Thanes Herser can defend well enough by all means. But I don't know. I think there's some potential with a fairly open-esque type of a map like this. I think it's okay. Jarl is back on giraffe, so that's definitely okay. He's got a couple of weak vills got to be careful with. A couple of Nubites, or just a single Nubite could cause some damage there. Okay, back over to Zastosy. By the way, we have a second town center coming in for the Loki player as well. So SpOefT is going to match the 2-2. Sorry, the 2 TCs of Calero with the 2 town centers of his own. However, is he gonna see this deliciously beautiful raid that he can just SpOefT? Excuse me. Dude, come on! Between all these raiding cavalry and Herser, they gotta just completely demolish all of these villagers, right? I know there's a couple of dealy hoppers coming in, and as defense. Okay, yeah, whatever. Some new, what are they called? The little snakes to try and defend. No way, Jose. There goes it. Actually, it works well enough. He saves basically all the villagers. Aha, okay. Well, worth it, I suppose. Perfect. Well, regardless, nice little raid right there to force him off of the gold mine and force a defensive god power at the same time. Nice, nice, very nice. Okay. So, Jarl and SpOefT are feeling comfortable, honestly. They're not having to defend against an aggressive Athena attack. They're not having to defend against a bunch of Anubites. They're able to go aggressive, so the Norse players are just loving life. Jarl is back on Hunt. He's a big fan of the giraffe meat, he told me. So he's loving that. He's loving that giraffe patch right there. It's gone, actually, but there's still plenty of other options. Berries, more giraffes. There's plenty more options for him to snack around the map food-wise. Gonna be awesome again as Odin. We have Nephthys coming in for our Isis player. Okay, so it's about a third of the way done. So So we're going to have an Ancestors usage, but still, Zastosy's on 1 TC with a fairly small and immobile army. So I think it's going to take a long time for Calero and the pink for him to be able to find a good usage of Ancestors. You know, again, especially since he's playing against Loki. I mean, there's all of these Hersier here that are speedy little guys. They can mitigate the Ancestor usage big time. Especially since they're like I said before, they're the aggressors currently. They have the map, the initiative around the map. Nice little forcing him off of food here. They have the initiative around the map, so Ancestors, if it's going to be used soon, it's going to be defensively. Again, if you're the Athena player and you're not going aggressive, if you're not going aggressive and you don't have additional town centers, but you're not in a good position. But let's see if he can pull it back with after losing a couple of villagers. Let's see if he can pull it back. He's on 1 town center. Jarl is also just on 1 town center. His economy, the Odin economy, definitely going to be better, even though he lost that early villager to the Minotaur and Jason. Anyway, that is definitely not a fight he wants to take. Okay, the Migdal is up for the Isis player, kind of in the center-ish area. Dropping another one. Okay, so he's wanting to Migdal his way forward into this game. That is going to help him secure the golden TC right there. Not completely, and actually, Jarl is thinking about sniping these vills, possibly, and stopping that bad boy from going up. Here come the RC. Okay, I think the Migdal's probably going to go up with the Pharaoh Empowerment, but he's going to lose shit for sure. Ancestors getting used defensively. Where are the Hersier? Where are the Hersier? Where are the Hersier? There are a few Hersier there for Jarl. There we go. They're spoofed in his, and his Hersier going to try and spoof the Ancestors. Okay, we got heavy chariots there for Calero. Also, the Toxin hoplites. What are the upgrades on those hoplites? No Sarissa, no Aegis Shield. Of course, he's not going to Aegis Shield, but still no Sarissa on those bad boys. Only medium. So this Migdal maybe going to go down. Maybe not going to go down. And there's so there's even a restoration there. Jeez Louise. And another Anubis Serpents thingy God power getting used there. Jeez. They're really wanting to keep this forward position here for Calero. Yeah, no heroic age god powers, no flaming weapons, frost, walking woods, or anything like that for the Norse players. So this position right here is pretty secure now. That is a 3rd town center for SpOefT. That is a lot of building span for SpOefT. He's prepping, and he is up through Bragi. He's up through Bragi. Loki player's up through Bragi, so he's prepping on getting a nice follow-up attack on that forward position of Calero. No additional town centers between the red and teal players just yet. 1 town center Athena, 1 town center Freya. Both still in the classical age as well. Let's see if these Isis... Ooh, actually. Okay, so I know that... Okay, fine. SpOefT is heroic, so he's going to have battle boars and you know, upgrades and blah, 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 blah to try and fight against the archer balls. But... Even Isis chariots, those are pretty strong, even without Sekhmet upgrade, blah, blah, blah. They're still pretty darn strong, especially against Norse. Archer balls are going to be strong against Norse in general, as we have a 3rd town center going up for Calero. Okay. Careful there, SpOefT. Careful there, SpOefT. Careful there, SpOefT. A little overzealous there, a little overzealous. Speaking of zealotry, Zastosy gonna try and maybe hit a beautiful little hunt patch there of SpOefT, or not. He's just gonna threaten. Okay. Anyway, so the archer balls could really be difficult potentially for these, for the Norse players to deal with. Potentially. Having said that, though, just SpOefT is in such a strong position. He's got a big eco. He's got 75 vills. He's got himself a big eco. Forest fire there, interesting. Oh, dude, look at that surround. That's not too... the surround... Oh, and the troll special attack on... That is a beautiful surround right there. Okay, and he's gonna get cleaned up big time. Oh yeah, that hurts. That was just beautiful. Even though Zastosy positioned himself nicely between the settlement and the tree line right there, despite that, he still got smashed by so many freaking units. That's one way to delete. What's up, Jay? That's one way to delete an archer ball, man. Remember that one time when I said that archer balls were crazy? Archer balls were scary. Yeah, that was a crazy cleanup right there, man. Not anymore. Who is Calero? I don't know. He's a Calero. I don't think he's a Smurf or anything like that. Maybe the DoD guys can explain. I don't know. I've seen his name around. Yeah, I've seen his name around for, you know, I don't know how long. I've definitely recognized his name, but I don't really know him as a player. A pleasure to see SpOefT. Yeah, SpOefT is dipping his little dongles into competitive play. You know, he's pretty high on the ladder. He's like, I think SpOefT is 1800, somewhere between 1900, so he's towards the top of the ladder, top 30, top 50, top 30, something like that. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not SpOefT is going to continue playing competitively with a couple of 1v1 tournaments coming up. He is playing 2 team game tournaments right now, the Keen team game tournament and also this DoD tournament. So, you know, again, he's dipping his toes into the competitive sphere. Speaking of the competitive sphere, I mean, sure, this wall is going to take a year and a half to destroy with some silly little medium RC. Bro, just repair that thing. Are you kidding me? Both Zastosy and Legendary Jarl are both still in the second age, man. Classical age, sure, there's a second town center coming up for our Zeus player here, but still. Dude, these guys gotta start age jumping, dude. It's 15 minutes into the game. They gotta start getting those age advancements happening. Can't stay one town center and classical age too long. Dingling his dingleberries. SpOefT is dingling his dongleberries into competitive play. I believe that's what he's doing. Anyway, that is a forward migdal that shan't be built. Town center's even gonna be blocked, man. Ouch, that had to hurt. Wait.
Ouch, that had to hurt.
Yep, I know. Town center gonna be stopped. We got Jarl. Why is Jarl still in the freaking classical age, dude? It's 15 minutes into the game and he's on one TC Odin eco. Oh, there he goes. He's up through Scotty finally. I just gotta open my Algon. There's a mountain giant spawn by the Loki player on the gold miners as he gets a pretty delicious raid there. Oh, look at this pocket. He got the town center up? I can't believe he got the town center up. I thought that thing was going to be completely... Oh, dude, that scared the shit out of me. Oh, Teddy. Okay, hang on. Whew. Dude, that scared the shit out of me, man. Oh, SpOefT goes Fimbulwinter. The Loki player goes Fimbulwinter. Oh, Fimbulwinter for the Fimble win, potentially. Ooh. We got a resto on that front side, but that ain't gonna be enough, dude. How could you... Dude, why would you go so far forward with those chariot archers, man? Are you nuts? And the Fimbulwinter is too much, man. The Fimbulwinter's too much. Zastosy calls it. Yo, Jesus. Calero calls it, and boom, there we have the semi-final win for SpOefT and Jarl. These guys are just flying through the tourney, baby. Indeed. Dude, there was... I don't know, man. Like, what? Why? I don't completely understand why Zastosy was stuck in the classical age, man. He's still classical. At 17 minutes into the game, was his economy hit that hard? It didn't seem like it. It didn't seem like it at all. Oh, what happened to the iron yard below? Why didn't it work? I don't know why the iron yard below didn't work, dude. Sorry. Let's see if I can get it to work. Anyways, pretty good game there. Pretty good game. I'm still a little bit surprised that there we go. It did work. I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, whatever. Anyways, I'm surprised that he did this. Okay, it works. You know, confirmed it works. I think that I don't know. It just seems like Zastosy was able. He got the initial damage on the giraffes, where he knocked Jarl off of the giraffes. But after that, he didn't really have almost any aggression from what I was watching. I didn't really like see his little red army causing any damage to Jarl in the teal, right? It seems like he was mainly playing defense, and his army was mainly being used defensively rather than aggressively. And so if that's the case, then the Norse players are chilling, dude. They're just flying. They're, as you saw, SpOefT just taking town centers. He's aging up. He's mythic now, blah, blah, blah. I'm really surprised. Jarl was making a huge-ass army, so I guess that's the one. That's where he was using his resources. I'm surprised he didn't manage to get heroic earlier, but whatever. He had a huge-ass armor that he was, doing and threatening and this and that and everything. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of textbook gameplay. You just force the Egyptian player to use his god powers defensively. Force the Athena player to play defensively, and then you're just aging up into victory, man. It was a mental aggression. Vil's not working, just sitting in homes. I mean, okay, so we had some like COVID action, some COVID cosplay here for the Ready Go. Jarl and me, apparently me, aka Calero. Jarl and Calero having some pretty nice little KD ratio there. Villagers killed, 32 villagers killed. Beautiful. Nice little game for SpOefT. So evidently SpOefT and Jarl, they go into the winners bracket finals. Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. Yeah. And then we have the other semifinal. We have the other semifinal, I suppose, that we're gonna cast after this. So, anyways, yeah, that is that. So, well done. I believe it was just a best of one. Now what? Let me see. Let me ask Godschalk what we're doing next. I believe Mirez is also casting games on the DoD Twitch channel, so I don't know what he's doing. I don't think Godschalk is playing. Yeah, I don't see his name as a player. So I think he's just administrating the tournament, I guess you could say. Team's tournament life is on the line, but the undefeatedness, I guess you could say, is on the line. So, having said that, up on the left hand side, I guess, of the map, we have Apple. Team Apple. Apple's playing Isis up in the blue. His teammate is GrandMonster, who's playing Kronos in the yellow. Really? Kronos and Isis as a 2v2. What's really interesting, well, Kronos and Isis as teammates. I think that's just a little bit weird, but okay. What is the thought behind that? Here's the thing. If you don't know, Apple and GrandMonster, I know I already said this when I casted their last game, but we maybe have some new viewers here. Apple and GrandMonster have been playing 2v2s together for like a decade, right? They've been playing together for so many years. If you look at the ladder, the team game ladder, for Retold on AOM stats, you're gonna see that GrandMonster and Apple are up at the top of the ladder. They are the top of the ladder. And so they've been playing together for so many years. They've been playing multiple games with each other. They're really good friends, yada, yada, yada. So they should have super sick synergy, okay? This is the SS team, 6 synergy, okay? So we have Team SS, 6 synergy with GrandMonster and Apple, okay? Down here on the bottom side, we got SpOefT in the green. SpOefT, is that how you say your name? SpOefT? SpOefT? Is that an SpOefT? Anyway, we got SpOefT in the down here in the green. He's playing Raw. It's a bit of an SpOefT. SpOefT. It's the OE, like, is there supposed to, if you wrote that, with like in German, because that's my other language one of my other languages I could speak is it like O umlaut? Anyway, so we got SpOefT. It's easier to say SpOefT, so I'm just gonna say that. Anyways, what was I saying? He's playing Ra. Okay, so he's playing Ra down here in the green, and then we have his buddy, his teammate, legendary Jarl, over here in the teal, going with Loki. You see, to me, this team God pick here makes so much more sense to me. In German, it'd be SpOefT, 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 whatever. Anyways, this makes so much more sense to me. Loki and Ra, right? Ra can do some shenanigans with, what's it called? Sphinxes. I doubt in a 2v2, I doubt we're gonna see barracks units and Ptah, barracks units, axemen, that sort of thing. You know, slingers, I guess slingers against GrandMonster or Kronos player. I doubt we're gonna see that sort of thing, because I think it's a little bit more likely to see Sphinxes. Although, would you go Sphinxes against Kronos and Isis? Like, what value are you gonna find there? I guess maybe you could get some damage against the Sphinx player, or the Kronos player. And we do have by the way, we have a forward temple. We got the forward temple. We're jumping into the action, baby. So we got the forward temple for GrandMonster, and he's gonna decon the temple of SpOefT. Anyways, so that temple is down, deconstructed. Okay, now that is he going heroic? Or sorry, classical. Bass just barely coming in right now, so he's gonna fight with his villagers. Couple of priests there. And where is the SpOefT? Are you not? Oh, he's not classical just yet. Okay, so Sphinx should be popping out here in just a second. Like it's hot despite being tundra. A couple of Hersier coming over, so Jarl is taking this whole, Kronos rush pretty darn seriously as he sends 2 frickin' Hersier over here. Sheesh. Okay. The Dutch are colonizing AOM. There are a lot of Dutch people. Dude, there's a lot of Dutch and there's a lot of Italians too. There's a big fat Italian community. There's even some AOM Italia Twitch channel that's been doing some Italy tournament stuff. There's Team Matris and Zuccolo, which is like Team Italy in the Keen tournament. There's a lot of Italy action going on. Anyway, so Apple taking his forward town center as the ISIS player. That is a back TC going up for GrandMonster. Team SpOefT staying on 1 town center apiece. Okay. So the Hersier of Jarl are gonna head over to the other side of the map, see if they can find some damage, get some favor, picking off obelisks, that sort of thing. Okay, this is just a deliciously beautiful position right here for Apple. Gold mine could be better. The gold mine could be better. The patch of caribou right here could be better. But he also has got berries and a gold mine back behind the town center as well. So delicious, delicious town center right here. Dropping a barracks to get some axes out, defend against these Hersier. No problemo. On the SpOefT side of things, what is he gonna do? He's gonna go for farms. SpOefT, did you know that in Retold, rain does not impact enemies or even teammates? Oh, but you're Ra. You're not ISIS. Sorry, you're Ra. Okay, well, this makes perfect sense. Okay. Well, don't build farms then, Apple. You don't need to build farms. Anyway. Okay. So Apple's finding a little bit of some... Ooh, he got a Vil kill there, dude. He got a Vil kill on Jarl's... Ooh, he almost got a couple of Vil kills on Jarl's hunters right there. Oh, you're late to the party there, buddy. Okay. Hersier trying to find some damage. I believe that yellow and green are just focusing on economy, so we're going to look at the exciting stuff, aka the Norse player. Okay, 2 axes, a priest, and a feral. Is that enough to... And a sphinx, is that enough to scare away Hersier? Evidently. Ooh, we got a little sneak. We got a sneak. Those guys are out of position. Are we going to get a sick raid? Sick raid potentially coming in hot. The Sphinx is, a bold boy. All right, picking off 1 axeman and then just getting out of there. So that's enough to defend. Jarl is thinking, axemen are so freaking brutal against Hersier, man. It's not even fair. I'm not even joking. It is not even fair. So I am not critical of him trying to get out of there. Gotta save those units, baby. Save those units. No need to throw them away. Kamikaze right here. Right? Speaking of SpOefT... Okay, yeah, let's see. No heroic just yet. We got Nephthys, which is coming in. That's got to be for the Apple player. What for SpOefT? SpOefT is not heroic just yet. Not clicking up heroic just yet. So we got a pretty decent heroic time for our Apple player here in the blue. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick look over at yellow. What is GrandMonster doing? He's got a couple of military barracks. He is still classical. Everybody's classical still, although we have the Neftis coming in. No units on the map for him just yet, which is a little bit interesting. So he just went for the second town center and waiting to go heroic. He's got his armory in, so he's just waiting to go heroic, I suppose, getting those. Probably going for Cantaria spam. I think that would make sense. An attack on Apple's gold. Thank you, and excellent timing there, hitting the gold mine. Why would he try and go for the forward gold mine, dude? If he just went to that back gold mine, he could probably be utilizing his prosperity right now. But nice timing by Jarl and SpOefT with his Sphinx to hit that gold mine, and he doesn't get the full advantage of that prosperity. Hey, Apple. Yeah, that was a good timing there by Jarl. Good timing. We have Sekhmet coming in for SpOefT in the grain. So he's going to have those delicious chariots to play with. Citadel as well. No additional town centers for Team SpOefT, by the way. However, Team SS, the 6 Synergy team, they both have the double town centers we've already mentioned, but still 2-1 TCs on both sides of the map. Okay. Where is Jarl sending his army now? Where is he sending his army now? Over onto this right-hand side? Por qué? Maybe to defend this Migdal, so SpOefT dropping his Migdal forward. Okay. Probably going for camels, actually. And now that I say that, yeah, we have GrandMonster prepping for... what is he prepping for? He's going for those Cantarius numbers, man. Did he go up through the... No, he's Kronos, of course. So he went up through Hyperion he went up through Hyperion, and he's going for those Cantarius numbers. The big problem for him, is that he's going to be playing against raw camels, which are just ridiculously strong, especially on Tundra, for crying out loud. This is an interesting timing here for Jarl to swap over here and try and get some damage on GrandMonster. GrandMonster has been essentially untouched, so his economy should be, chugging right along. Gotta watch out for the Italians. Never know which side they'll end up choosing. Oh, shots fired. Well, you would think that Team Italy would be, would keep their Team Italy. They would be fighting for each other anyway. We're not gonna get distracted. Apple is starting to push out across the map, which is a little bit interesting in my opinion, because in a 2v2 situation, this teeny little army right here, but he is Isis, so he does have Ancestors Eclipse, but even so, he's against Loki. Anyway, that's a bit cheeky in my opinion. Yeah, see? Dude, look at this. Are you kidding me? It's a bit cheeky to be sending such a small army so far across the map, man. Are you kidding me? Can you say out of position? We got double Migdal, which is in. Again, those Cantarius numbers are coming out for GrandMonster in the yellow. But, dude, the big... What? Triple Scarab and a double Sphinx? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, we're gonna have an Eclipse coming in hot. Are we gonna have a Flaming Weapons? Wait, you have Flaming Weapons? Oh, boy. This is gonna be exciting. There's the Eclipse. Okay, so the military barracks going to be going down pretty soon. The thing is that, okay, Apple's coming over. If this was old age mythology, dude, Eclipse would block Ancestors Eclipse from blue, but he could use it, I guess. If he could use it if he wanted to. He could use it if he wanted to. Dude, yo, those camels are gonna... Heavy camels, you kidding me? Those are gonna shred the Cantarius. By all means. Flaming Weapons as well. I think that was a bit premature. That was Jarl's middle name, or nickname back in college. Premature. Anyway, that town center is going down so fast. Apple is a little bit late to the party, but at least he's here. Ancestors Eclipse finally getting used. Okay, I guess, what, are you going to use your Ancestors Eclipse against the... Or he doesn't even use Eclipse, he only uses Ancestors, actually. No Eclipse. I guess that makes sense against all those Hers here. What? I mean, yeah, Jarl is doing a great job targeting these Ancestors as they slowly pop out of the ground. GrandMonster's poor little base has just been gutted so hard. Yeah, those chariots are going to be so sad. Even against the Hersir right there, the camels are right on their toes, nipping at their heels. The scarabs, ooh. Okay, so there's 2 scarabs left over, man. Still 2 scarabs left over. There's a couple of buildings, sure, but man, oh man, has GrandMonster been completely gutted, dude. His production is nowhere to be found. It's just he's slowly losing it, so he needs to rebuild his production buildings in order to get an army on the map. An army of citizens is not enough to counter the raw camels. They're so strong. One TC play, man. One TC play. So it seems like Jarl and SpOefT definitely with the new age strats, the new age retold strats. SS is in the past, man. Team SS is in the past, doing that 2 TC garbage. Oh, don't even, you know, come on, man. Sure, the chariots are sick. The chariots are sick, but are they sick enough? Are they sick enough? I don't know if they're sick enough, man. There goes a TC. Excuse me. There goes a TC. Oh, call. There goes a TC of Apple. Sorry, GrandMonster. You know, the freaking palace is right behind it, and the citizens. Oh, mama. Come on, please don't resign. Please let me watch this. Please let me watch this. Oh. Oh. I might be hard. That was awesome. That was awesome. What a solid raid. I mean, that's it. Like, the game is simply over, you know. SpOefT's on 2 town centers, you know, okay, sure, you know, ISIS is up on 80 villagers. Oh, okay, sure. I don't know if that's enough, though. I don't know if that's enough. At this point in time, it becomes very tricky because now I cannot fight head-on against those chariots. I mean, I suppose, but, dude, are you kidding me? 2v1, dude, an interesting game. It is an interesting game. By the way, hello, Alapes. Hey, Alapes, how do you say your name? Those characters don't look Japanese to me, but I don't know Japanese. Boit says you're Japanese. Are you Japanese? Alapes does not sound like a very Japanese name. Alapes. All apes. Correct. Arapesu. Arapesu! Domarigato! Mr. Roboto Arapesu! Arapesu! How's that? Triple Migdal and a town center. That's one way to stay alive. Jarl says that he can't fight straight on against the chariots. Maybe, dude, maybe. Like with battle boars, if you get battle boars and the speed upgrade for your battle boars, you know, you could maybe get a nice surround. If you and SpOefT get a nice surround against the chariots, you could delete. Dude, that's the only thing that Apple has going for him, is the big fat pack of chariots, right? That's all they've got going for them. So you don't even need to necessarily fight against the chariots. All you guys need to do, I don't know about stay in 1 town center. Ooh, Nidhogg could be sick. Oh, buddy. Nidhogg and Fire Giants against that big pack of chariots. That's one way to do it, right? You should do that. I hope that happens. There's a couple of Cantarius running around SpOefT space, but, you know, whatever. Camel's got that, no problem. He's got a 3rd town center coming already in. Sick. Town centers are coming back in for GrandMonster. GrandMonster's hanging on to this, man. These guys are, like, taking this game seriously. They're not just throwing in the towel like a couple of noobs. They're going for it, dude. They're going for it. Like, if SpOefT gets a shitload of camels over here, just straight camels, dude, straight camels. And then, you know, and then TheLastJarl gets you know, battle boars or just, you know, again, mythic with some giants up through hell, something like that. I mean, sure, there's some priests there, but buddy, they would, oh, I can just imagine the Nidhogg using a special across those chariots. Oh, I could just imagine it would be so sick. A second flaming weapons potentially as well. There's Osiris. There's Osiris for Apple. There's Osiris! There's Osiris! Oh, a chaos! Ooh, a chaos. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. That is a 3rd town center coming in, by the way. So GrandMonster can actually snag this back town center and be on 3 TCs as well. So it could be 3 and 3. Oh, but he's taking the forward TC. Dude, shut up. I thought this game was completely over when GrandMonster just got smoked up his keister. Are you kidding me? I can't believe this game is still going. I guess, hey man, like, Apple's been on 2 TCs for a hot minute. Son of Osiris is halfway dead. He does have, do we have bone bow for these chariots? We got bone bow. Okay, so more range on those chars, right? Sick. Look at the Vil difference. I see the Vil difference. The Vil difference is not bad. The Vil difference is not bad, honestly. Wow. The Vil difference is surprisingly not bad, considering GrandMonster lost half his freaking eco. Jarl doesn't have a lot of villagers. I know, but he's at least on par with, what's his bucket? Man, I can't even believe that GrandMonster's coming back. Dude, I'm not even kidding. After he lost, oh my god. After he lost all that, I thought he was so dead, dude. I thought he was so freaking dead. I feel like SpOefT doesn't have as many camels as it should. I know he's got a bunch of chariots somewhere. There they are. Is chariots the way to go against this? Camels do extra damage against cavalry, and chariot archers are both cavalry and archers. So camels should be a pretty good counter to the chariots. And so if they can just, again, if they can surround this army, if they can delete this army, then Apple's toast. I didn't make Vils when I hit just a bit of grand special. Well, that's what you get for using auto queue. Noob! You forget auto queue. It happens, man. It happens. Yo, GrandMonster is back in this game, man. He's on 3 town centers. He's even got an army that he can like start defending himself and maybe not push with. Ooh. SpOefT's also got Son of Osiris. Okay, Jarl's coming over. Dude, this is risky. Jarl is abandoning himself in front of the 3 TC, fortified TC, Son of Osiris Isis. He's just abandoning himself and going over to yellow, really. You know I love vanilla no auto queue. Well then why did I know? Well then why did you? You're a traitor, SpOefT. You're a traitor. But actually, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. Jarl still does not have a second town center. You would think at, you know, after 20 minutes of game time, he would be able to save a couple of resources for a second town center for crying out loud. But, you know, to each their own, to each their own. Yeah, the chariot's gonna be snapping. The chariots are gonna be sniping. Does he have the upgrade? No upgrade for the speed upgrade. What is it called? Turasaw's Rune? I believe it's called Turasaw's Rune, that Broggy upgrade for your myth units. It makes your myth units faster. Although it used to in Retold, maybe it's it used to in the old game. Maybe Vanilla's different. They changed everything. Who needs town centers as Loki? Ha, true. Golden Axe built a career off of not, you know, requiring a town center. But at the same time, you know, why not take an additional town center? At the same time, why do you have to? Good micro, good town center micro, Jarl. Turasaw's is still speed. It also gives regen of myth. Ooh, that's sick. Okay, sick. Excuse me. The catapult is in. Things are... Dude, this looks game ending here, man. This is scary. This is scary. Because the economy of Jarl, man... He's relying on farms, dude. He's relying on farms, so he doesn't have, like, any hunt or anything... to fall back on. Ooh, he doesn't have any farms or hunt or anything to fall back on to keep his eco going. I guess maybe all he needs is gold in a market, eh? Dude, the battle boars. Bro, just send your battle boars against GrandMonster, I suppose. Tear. Here's a tear. I want a Nidhogg. Oh. Tear. Town center is down. Tear. Son of Osiris is barely alive with 69 HP. Nice. Okay, wait. I missed this on this bottom side. SpOefT has claimed this town center from GrandMonster. Oh. SpOefT is just going. SpOefT is going. He's pushing. He's like, fuck this. We allowed yellow back into this game. Maybe they thought this game was over. Same as me. They're pushing. Son of Osiris is tanking. He's tanking. Who can push harder? SpOefT or Apple? SpOefT or Apple? What does SpOefT mean, by the way? I know what Apple means. I know what Jarl means. I know what GrandMonster means, I guess. Hell would be a huge mistake here. Shut up, man. Nidhogg would be so sick. There's not the... honestly, there's not the big fat chunk of chariots anymore, so... You know, that's what I wanted to see was a sick special attack on all the chariots. Catapult is in, main town center going down, the mummy is praying to the town center or something like that. He's slapping the TC. Town center, oh, GrandMonster calls it. Really? Team SpOefT takes it, SpOefT. And with Ra, so Ra better than Isis confirmed? Interesting. Well, the Ra player, Isis was able to handle the temporary 2v1 while GrandMonster recovered. Dude, that was a close... That turned into a close-ass game. GrandMonster recovered so much... In fact, I want to look at the timeline of his citizens. What?! Dude, look at... Okay, look... Oh my god. 76... Okay, so 76, 70... Look at that. Look at that. What a drop. That's like a Ragnarok drop right there. And then he was neck and neck, 44 and 44, 45, whatever. Basically the same economy numbers, just the numbers, same eco numbers as LastJarl, staying on one town center. Eventually SpOefT finally started taking town centers at that same time, and he caught up in vills to the Isis player. That was a close ass. Dude, Isis has no mobility. I mean, I guess Torgala, but at that point in time, eventually he had that, a block of chariots that big on my screen. You know what I mean? Ra's always better than Isis. Tell that to Recon. Is Recon out there? How am I doing? I'm doing okay, thank you. I got a delicious Belgian-style beer. Let's look at some stats, some military stats. Jarl had 42 vills killed. SpOefT with 23. And 28 units killed. Dang. Sick. I did great. Look how well I did. Look at that. I did great. 197 units killed. That's right. I think we went for the right strat here. Then you just got to hold enough against Apple. Yeah, I guess. I got extra lucky with the tier timing though. One shot away from catapult hit. Oh, I didn't see that. Dude, that's one thing that I miss from the old Voobly spectator whatever functionality is I very often miss age advancements coming in Retold. So that's one thing I definitely miss. Or maybe I just need to do a better job at paying attention to it, SpOefT Popo is truly a king. Dude, SpOefT, when Gigs just said that, and I saw the capitalized po, it almost looked like pot pie. SpOefT pot pie, truly a king. SpOefT pot pie. Did you have very many good games on pot pie, SpOefT? Anyways, really interesting game, man. Did I update the scoreboard? I did. And remember, it's a best of 3, everybody. It's a best of 3, so we have minimum one more game, okay? Minimum one more game. One more thing I want to check, the resource timeline. Holy Moses. Wow. Super interesting game. Okay, let me back out and go to game number 2. Yeah, I got the Rex. I got the Rex. So I actually don't know. We have game 2 and game 3. I actually don't know. I actually don't know whether or not you know, SpOefT or what's his bucket wins, or Team Apple wins. Ooh, Freyr. Yeah, we're definitely doing that. Freyr. Thor. Ooh, Freyr Thor. Fred Thor. Okay, hang on a second. I have a quick Discord message that I want to check before we jump into this game 2. Okay, so we have the recorded game of the... Gotcha. Okay. So we have our next games are lined up, everybody. Okay. So let's not dilly-dally. Let's just... So annoying. Okay, everybody, game number two between Apple and Apple and GrandMonster and SpOefT and TheLastJarl. So down here in the bleu, we have Apple going for set once again. We saw this against Jollyman and Zoekt. So interesting set. And what did we see? Oh, this is different. GrandMonster going for Thor against Zoekt and Jollyman. They went for set Kronos, this time going for Set and Thor. Very, very interesting here. We got the armory up. We got the armory upgrades coming in already for GrandMonster. He's got 5 on gold. You guys have seen this before. It is what it is. So Thor and Set as teammates here on Oasis. They are going to be playing against Team SpOefT, Legendary Jarl, or TheLastJarl, whatever you want to call him. Jarl, as we say. He's going for Freyr, so I am definitely impartial to that. I love Freyr, Golden Burst, the Inferno, the new best god powers. Anyway, so he's in the teal, he's playing Freyr, and we got SpOefT over here in the ooh, green, going for Loki. Really? Double Norse on Oasis. Years ago, man, I know that map generations are different these days. There's pigs, or I guess goats, the amount of hunt, blah, blah, blah. This is just unheard of, man. It is still, I've been playing this game for so stupid long that it just is still peculiar to me to see Norse picks on Oasis. Anyway, so we have a Team Norse. Again, SpOefT with Loki and Jarl with Freyr against Set and Thor. So what I think is going to be particularly interesting is Thor, GrandMonster down here with Thor against Loki for SpOefT. Right, I think that's going to be super interesting. Hang on, everybody. Okay, sorry about that. We have, yeah. So we have actually aggression. This is what we're like, let me slow this down a little bit. We have aggression from SpOefT here. How often do we see, actually, he's got a forward temple. Did he go through Heimdall? He goes up through Heimdall. Are you kidding me? He Heimdall rushes GrandMonster, which is so sick because it's a forward gold mine. Okay, sure, he has Dwarven gold mine god power that he can still use. Plus there's gold mines out back on the backside of his base, but still, this is so interesting. So we also have, okay, so this is the Valkyrie of Jarl, which is coming in. Okay, there's the Dwarven Armory. This is so funny. He's repairing the armory, trying to defend with her, for SETI right here. Defend. How many upgrades does he have? Let me look real quick. He's got 3 upgrades. Okay, so that's 3 upgrades, plus maybe 1 for the Herseer. Okay, so that's actually 4 upgrades. This is not the grand finals, by the way, Tunison. Yeah. Anyway, where was I? So he's got 4 upgrades. That means 4 additional dwarves compared to dwarves eco units compared to SpOefT. Okay. And there we go. The armory is down, but he already has the benefit of the armory with those initial 4 dwarves, extra dwarves from Hammer of Thunder, plus the copper upgrades. Hi Toby. Okay, we got a longhouse coming in. Those are very aggressive longhouses. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. We have a second town center coming in for Apple. So Apple's just like, you good? You good over there? And GrandMonster's like, I'm good. Okay. He's got a couple of units coming over, but you know, it's not all that much, you know. It's not all that much. Spy, we got a Loki spy there on what's his face on the dwarf right there. Let's go check to see what Jarl is doing. Jarl went through Freyr went Freya, and he's going for raiding cavalry, double daily hopper, double great halls rather. Okay, we got a forest fire from Jarl, I believe. Yes, Jarl. Okay. Is this actually gonna work? Is it actually gonna work? Are you kidding me? How often do you see Heimdall these days? A Heimdall rush, rather. We see Heimdall here and there, but not necessarily a Heimdall rush, and rather a forward build, especially from Norse. Especially from Norse. All right, the baboon of Set is feeling confident here. Okay, precarious position. Longhouse just barely staying up here, and in fact, this is so sick, the fact that he can just sit here and continue mining. So yes, the rush is scary. Oh no, the rush is scary, but he's just mining with a forward gold mine. Not a care in the world. Maybe a care in the world, but, you know, doing his thing. Obviously, SpOefT and Jarl, both of them only on 1 town center, but again, Apple with 2 TCs, so eventually Apple can get himself into a really... Oh, buddy. If he eventually gets heroic, and he starts churning out some of those chariots, that could be so sick to stop this in its tracks. Chariots are super strong, as we saw in the previous game. Chariots crazy strong against classical age Norse, double Norse. Yeah. GrandMonster's hanging in there, dude. He's hanging in there. He's hanging in there, and he's still ahead on villager numbers. Like, if you look at the total, we're going to keep our eye on these military units here, but if you look at the villager numbers up on this top left side, obviously the set player on 2 town centers has the total numbers advantage, but still, Thor is maintaining his, 4 or 5 vill advantage there. Ooh, undermine to take out the tower. Okay, Longhouse is maybe going down as well. Dude, Apple, your eco could be sick, but by all means, aggression is so much more beneficial, or damageful, impactful, scary, threatening, whatever, on Retold compared to the old days. I wonder how things would have been different if Apple took his back town center and he just had vills and eco and everything around his backside. Ha! Okay. How are Jarl and SpOefT going to close us out? That's a question. There's 200 gold left in this gold mine right here. Okay. You can maybe start getting some on-carry spam going. Maybe some troll spam, honestly, for GrandMonster, possibly. But at the same time, he needs his... he potentially needs his favor for another Dwarven gold mine usage, honestly. Okay, some RC Jarl catching some units out here. Pretty sick. Does he have Thundering Hooves? He does. Ad break, for those of you guys who are not getting the ad break, congratulations. Anybody who does have an ad break, bummer for you. Armory is coming in, so maybe he's thinking about the heroic gauge, but there's not much life left in GrandMonster, man. There is not a whole lot of life left in GrandMonster. I don't know how much longer he can hang on for. Jarl's got those RC, just, this back gold mine is completely not takeable because of all this action, right? There, Rex. Yeah, we're doing straight Rex. Because the live spectator mode is just retarded. It's working for like nobody today, seriously. Me, Mirez, let's see who else. I don't even know who else. Me, Mirez, I think J4 tried. I think Kries, I think he tried watching as well. Just observer mode was just shit today. I think Boyd had problem with the Keen tournament, the Captain's Winter Shindig thingy. I think he had some problems too. Yeah. Collie. Okay, but hang on. Check this out. Oh, shut up! GrandMonster snuck some vills over this gold mine. Shut up! Oh, dude, can I tell you something? Convert that bad boy into a Ulfsark or a Berserker and drop a village center here, dude. Apple can send resources and drop a Vill center up there. That could be sick. Chainbreaker says nothing's working. Yeah, spec mode. Capture Age has got to get their shit together because this is just ridiculous. I'm blaming Capture Age, you know, it's an assumption. I don't know if they're actually the ones responsible for spectator mode. Anyway, second town center is coming in for SpOefT. Apple over on this side has double Migdol right in the face of Legendary Jarl. Okay, we got... Yeah, okay. Oh, dude. This is sick, I guess. We have Ancestors getting used here. That's a lot of units for SpOefT and Jarl, though. We got Jarl coming in from behind. Nice. Okay, trying to surround this army. It's no Ancestors Eclipse, but it is still something. We got Broggy for Legendary Jarl coming in, or TheLastJarl, whatever his name is. Okay, so, yep, cleaned up. Everybody's doing their share, but especially that Fleming Weapons. Let's see if those 4 trolls can lead him to... Or I guess just keep him alive. Keep GrandMonster alive for crying out loud. Just real quick, there's a whole lot of action going on over here. Again, the double Migdol over here. Apple is taking a risk. Apple and GrandMonster are taking a risk. They're just trying to go on the backside of Team SpOefT Jarl. And maybe it's going to work, actually, dude. Maybe it's going to work. Another Undermine getting used on the town center. Maybe GrandMonster's just dead before... Oh, another Flaming Weapons. Whose Flaming Weapons is that? That's Green. Green's Flaming Weapons there. Town center absolutely going down. Oh, the Trolls rather. Sorry, the Trolls are going down. Oh, Boba. Yeah, they're definitely going down. GrandMonster once more. GrandMonster once again getting completely gutted. Oh, get out of here. Trail of Tears, the little dwarven Trail of Tears. Oh. Another town center's coming in for Apple. Well, kind of like what we saw in the previous game, dude. Apple's gonna be sitting here with this boom. He's gonna be on 3 TCs now. He's, you know, this is almost exactly like the previous game. Almost like the Tikanis Constantis. This is almost like the previous game. But GrandMonster is completely gutted, whereas in the previous game, he at least had a little bit of infrastructure left over to continue building on and with, etc. Now he's just got, you know, a whole bunch of dwarves, which are spied, headed over across the map. I don't know how long. Hey! He can keep those guys alive. Anyway, so here's the thing. There's no siege or anything out here for Apple, so I don't know how quickly Apple can fight against Plus, TheLastJarl. Dude, he's Freyr. He can use a heroic age golden bursty here to defend at least temporarily for this. Against this. So SpOefT is going to be on 3 town centers here in a sec. He's going to be... Oh, is 4 town centers, rather. He's going to be on 4 town centers. So he's just... Are we auto-queuing this time? Are we auto-queuing? Let's check whether or not he's auto-queuing. Bum, 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 bum. We are auto-queuing, folks. We're auto-queuing. Well done, dude. Well done. Noob. Anyways. Yeah, he's got, like, yeah, I mean, that's the problem, is that maybe... If GrandMonster had... Like I said, like a villager center over here or something like that. If he had some infrastructure to continue fighting with, there's maybe some potential there for him. But he's just completely gutted. SpOefT is on 4 freaking town centers, so he's gonna have a big eco here soon enough. He's just honestly, he just needs to build forward. I know that he's got all of these buildings forward, the pair of them do, but he's just got to continue building forward and just prevent Apple from getting anything down on this bottom side. I don't know how much longer that Jarl can fight up on this top side, but again, he's got Golden Bursty to repel at least one. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Dude, those oh my god. Dude. Ouch. Rigstula! Oh, that's a good point, dude. Does he have Rigstula? Where would that upgrade show up? Would it show up on the villagers? Maybe on the town centers? Applied upgrades. He has it! Dude, he has it. He has it. He has a Rigstula. So work rate, 20% plus on top of base. That means that that means all 4 of those town centers are producing villagers 20% faster. Jesus, that is crazy. Anyways, yeah, so, I mean, jeez, he's already up to 60, 76, 77 villagers. Again, the 4 town centers, building forward, and pushing in the main base of Apple. So, Apple is a little bit too slow to push on Jarl, the main base of Jarl, and GrandMonster has no infrastructure. Chariots and camels are super delicious, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if Apple is big enough to straight up 2v1. Jarl is still on 1 town center with a decent, oh, not a decent economy. He's got 38 villagers. Dude, he's got less villagers than the Thor player. It's all about the Thor army, right? Am I right? That's cute. Apple caught me going for a forward gold. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Why would you go for a forward gold mine, dude? Is that not just very unnecessary considering you had this and this in the back? Or this, 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 like, was that necessary? Anyways, hey, there we go, GrandMonster. All right, infrastructure, baby, infrastructure. Make it a comeback. He had units there. I know, dude, I'm just giving you shit. Just yanking your little chain. Okay. Let's hold our horses here. That is another village center going up for GrandMonster, right? Another one or his first one? Oh, it's his first one. Okay. Finally, he's making a village center. Finally, he's making a village center. I think he should have done that many moons ago instead of making a bajillion longhouses. But, you know, I digress. Oh, another village center. There we go. There we go. Okay, 5 TC rigs through. Yeah, at this point, yeah, he's up at 100 vills. SpOefT is chilling. SpOefT is chilling. But the more interesting thing, or the more important thing, rather, is GrandMonster. What is... Like, SpOefT is so big, he's got basically half of the map, right? But it takes time with that much... Oh. Oh! We got a meteor on the base of Jarl. Oh! Golden Bursty! Yes! Okay, we got a meteor on the base of Jarl. He keeps his TC up. Yeehaw. Golden Bursty is a G. We already knew that. That was not the best. It was looking at all the destroyed buildings. That was not a bad meteor, but if it would have been better if he would have picked off the TC. Anyway, I don't think it's going to be enough, man. I don't think it's going to be enough because at this point in time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. SpOefT is almost on 6 town centers, and he's got 100 villagers. If you have 6 freaking town centers, let's go to his point of view. What is it? 3. And let's do this. Oh, he's actually floating a lot of resources. He's got 245 pop space, man. It takes, like, here's the thing. If you can take a bajillion town centers, but you need infrastructure. You need infrastructure in order to, like, really take a proper advantage of that many town centers. And so, you know, with Riggs through, yes, he's got his 100 villagers. That's a shitload of population. If he gets 4 to 5 TCs, he's going to be close to 300 population. I can't do that math in my head right off the top of my head, but still, he's going to be... Did he just get fortified? No, he doesn't have fortified. So fortified is going to bust him up past 300, at least it should. He's up at 264 right now. 264? Do you have the relic? He must have the relic for more Eye of Horus, for more, Blue Crystal Shard. Oh, that's not the one I'm looking for. Nidhogg! Sick. Oh, please. 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 What? Ow. What? They just completely missed the throwing axeman. Ah, come on, man. That's not hard math. 5 times 6. Yeah, I guess. Still, there's the Age of Empires 2 streamers have a rule: no math on stream. There's a reason, because your brain farts while you're trying to pay attention to 17 billion things. Speaking of 17 billion things, that is a -1 thing right here. So Jarl is currently on oh my god! Jarl is on 0 town centers. 1, 2, 3. GrandMonster is on 3 village centers. Oh boy, this is getting juicy, man. This is getting real juicy. SpOefT is probably big enough to push through here against Apple and finish up this game. I think that Jarl has held on for a long enough. I don't know if GrandMonster is providing enough value in this game in order to help keep Apple alive. Apple's 1, 2, 3. Apple's on 3 town centers. He can maybe rush his villagers forward. Take that real quick. Take that real quick. Take that real quick, and try to get on even playing field with SpOefT. Maybe, but you know, as the oh what? Apple and GrandMonster just took the score lead, dude. Oh my god! If they win this game, I'm just gonna be blown away. It'll be a good weekend. Ballista coming in. Yeah, okay, sure. You're low-key, dude. Just go for some frickin' myth units, and you know, let's do what we need. 158 favor. Let's get those Jotuns going, or rather, the fire giants. You're just a casual player, but I think the Nidhogg needs a buff. Really? Well, that's a bit of a hot take. Maybe. I think there are god powers like Implode and shit that are like 17,000 times stronger. But depending on how you use Nidhogg, you can get tons and tons of value from that. It's a little bit situational. Anyway, Fafnir, sick. Defending against this little raid here, sick. Town center getting claimed by Apple. He does have 4 to 5 TCs as well. Ooh, but he just lost this TC right here. GrandMonster's got to put those Goaty and Throwing Axemen to work, man. Apple's not gonna have enough pot space to compete. I mean, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, eventually SpOefT is gonna have to, depending on whether or not SpOefT is floating resources. He is floating resources. It's a teensy bit surprising. Anyway, it's like, what's his upgrades like? Maybe that's why he's floating resources. Could be getting tons and tons of upgrades. Throwing Axemen are still heavy. Okay. Whatever. But still, yeah, eventually when you have so much fucking population, eventually you need like a trade route and everything to really complement and have the infrastructure to afford 334 population. Oh, town centers are getting claimed by Apple, dude. Town centers are getting claimed by Apple. We had a flaming weapons get used by, oh yeah, by GrandMonster, that's right, during the Nidhogg attack, that's right. Fafnir's a pretty strong myth unit, yeah, I guess. I don't know if it's strong enough to warrant giving your opponent gold, but, you know, we'll talk about it later. The Ballista are sick, man, the Ballista are sick. I know, I mean, he's low-key, dude, I want him to get, you know, use your favor, SpOefT. I want you to use your favor, get that shit going, but, you know, whatever, it is what it is. Apple's trying to push, man. Apple's trying to push. There's one more settlement up for grabs over here. One more settlement, but here's the thing, dude. SpOefT is completely focusing on that bottom side. He's left his tushy completely exposed. So Apple could just, you know, sneak his little apple worm into the backside of SpOefT. And really, just actually, he could just straight up take, you know, get this game back, reclaim this game, I suppose you could say. So many freaking units here. The Throwing Axemen are doing a pretty decent job against the Loki units by all means. We know the Chariot Archers are sick, but there's a big fat pack of Ballista going hard. Jarl ruined the game. Well, I don't know about ruined, man. This game is sick, dude. What is Jarl doing? He's doing this right here. So Jarl is still here. He's still here. What does he have? He has 38 villagers, so he's still here. He ain't, you know, he's still here. He's got a couple of buildings here and there. He's got a great farming eco up here. Okay, it's close to the River Nile. That's what that's all about. Fire giants, yes. Dude, this is, I actually, Goaty on the fire giant. Okay, sure. The Throwing Axemen. Okay, so officially GrandMonster is contributing to this game once again. Tis official. He's up at 74 population himself, eco population rather. In fact, let's go take a look at Ruski at his resources and everything. So if you look down here, next to the minimap, that's the resources. Bro, he could click up Mythic. Dude! What do you do? Balder? Did you go Balder? Did you go Balder? Oh, he goes Balder, and then he just, you know, just completely the backside of SpOefT. Ooh. Does he not have a heal for it? He doesn't have a heal for it. He doesn't have a heal for it, so he can't go Mythic. Oh my god! Drop a heal for it, go Mythic. Oh, shut up. Ooh, okay, not having a gold mine is really gonna complicate things. Apple calls it. So you can see the resources. Oh, that's right, sorry. I don't know why the resources are right here. I must have... HUDs? Wait, what? Alternative. Oh, that's why. Okay, sorry. I changed it. So the resources, yeah, the resources will be up here. Sorry about that. I forgot to disable that thingy-my-bobber. Sorry. I guess it's not a good weekend. Yeah, what a shit weekend. 2-zip. Just kidding. SpOefT takes a 2-zip, man. What a game, dude. What a frickin' game. What a frickin' game. I'm not even joking, man. If GrandMonster had a gold... He's Thor. He can maybe actually use his... he has a lot of favor. He can maybe use his Dwarven Gold Mine. Anyways, if GrandMonster was able to go Mythic and, you know, use Ragnarok, he could maybe use Ragnarok to just completely shred the backside of SpOefT all through back here, all through back here, all through back here, all through back here. That would be so wild. Man. Oh, I can just imagine how awesome that game would have been. If it continued. It was already a wasted game. Very, very interesting. Apple and GrandMonster almost took that, dude. Almost took that. I don't know about taking it, but, you know, with GrandMonster recovering and everything, I maintain that I think he should have dropped a village center much sooner than he did to get those vill numbers up, you know what I mean? But whatever. They almost came back and took that game. Nuts. SpOefT carried. Oh, buddy, for sure. I mean, he's got 6 goddamn town centers. Of course he's gonna. The eco looks like the eco of what's this bucket of Apple just man. Or rather, the eco of SpOefT just took off. SpOefT. What a cool couple of games, man. What a really cool couple of games. 2-zip. So what this means is that Jarl and SpOefT move on to the grand finals. They move on to the grand finals. Okay. And that means that GrandMonster and Apple bump down to the loser bracket finals, okay? So we got a couple of loser bracket games to do, and then we can jump back up to the grand finals, okay? Okay, so let me grab the next recorded game. It's a best of 1. What is this? Winners final versus the winner of the loser final. What? This is the winners final versus the winner of the losers final. Meaning the loser of the winner's final versus the winner of the loser final. The loser of the winner's final versus the winner of the loser's final. So it's the lower bracket finals. Is that right? So let me see. I'm not 100% sure who's playing in this match. But I'm messaging Godschalk right now. Oh shit, it's Zoekt and Jollyman. Excuse me. The losers of the winners versus the winners of the losers. Right. I think that's what we're doing.